Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the new stream. Another stream with Cory, Coy Key, Coy Key.
Koi Key.
I don't know how I managed to. That's the most sensible way to pronounce your name.
Would
I
it be
managed to mess
awesome if
that
I
up.
was Corey X Kenshin? If you could somehow get Corey X Kenshin out on an interview, that would be crazy.
Okay, who's Cory X Kenshin? I've heard of that, but I don't know.
Corey X Kenshin. He was. Have you watched the FNAF movie? Were you forced by your group of like nearly nearly specially touched friends to watch FNAF?
No, actually,
movie?
all of my like cousins watched it, but
Yeah.
I was spared. I didn't have any friends who wanted to watch FNAF that bad.
He was like one of the two YouTubers that they asked to do that movie.
Oh, I know him because
Yeah.
because Gokinaru made a video about him because his video got age restricted for one of his gaming videos got age restricted, right?
Yeah.
And, like, it was a big deal, and then he was like, YouTube's racist, and then they deleted like the other guy's video. What's his name? Markiplier's video for.
Yeah. Because Markiplier had the exact same video play.
The funny thing was
And they didn't take his down.
Everybody. Well, they didn't take his down either. Everybody was going to have their own version of it, right? Like everybody was going to have their own. No, sorry. He was like, YouTube, why'd you do this? And they got rid of the age restriction. And then because he complained again, they put the age restriction back, which is like, I think, a net negative for everybody. And they age restricted everyone's videos. Welcome, Pasta. Among Us Go Mad says shimmy shimmy yay. And welcome Ghetto 2 Mad, who do be using the Chinese text. I want to Google Translate what you're saying, but I don't know if that's
it's probably
a good
like
idea.
horrible, terrible like slur, and if you do, then YouTube takes you down.
That's true. You know what? I'm gonna procrastinate doing that. And I've just noticed I forgot to put the text in this. I forgot a thing. Let me make it so that all of your guys' text messages can be displayed on there. So let me pop out the chat. I want to have it on like screen, Oh, by the way, if I found like a better way to display like YT chat, YouTube chat, than the way you had it set up on your stream, like slightly more like not better, but like more configurable, because you just have it like you're graying out the YouTube chat, right? And it's just generic YouTube chat, right? Like there's
I had to write the. No, I didn't have to write it. I just found a website that wrote it for me, actually. The CCS blog.
Yeah, there's one where you put in all these like they rewrite it for you to make it like look cooler or whatever, right? And then you just okay. Then never mind. You already know what it is.
Yeah. It's just
right.
Yeah, I just have a lovely website that looked like it was made in like 2006. Give me the information I need to actually write everything down.
我也不知道我在想. I don't know what I'm
Damn,
thinking.
John Cena?
Yeah, literally John Cena. John Cena moment.
John Cena moment.
That's what he said. I don't know what I'm thinking. So we're here with Coy Key, right? Coy Key?
Yeah, Koi Key.
And now Coy Key is a channel that I found through the Gokinaru Discord, actually. That I just went back and that's how I found your channel. You posted
really?
the pineapple upside down animation.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's funny. That looks like Meat Canyon. And I clicked on it and it was like, that's not Meat Canyon. That's you. And I was like, this guy's fucking rocks. So I was just like Googling your videos for a little bit before I decided to pop in here. But
sick.
yeah, so that's the lore there. That's how I found you. And I'm a fan. I'm a Coy Key a Coy Keyer.
Koi Key enjoyer.
Yeah. You have a name for your fans? Do you have a name for your fans?
No, not really. I just I don't really think too much hard on that. I'm just like I just say guys, I guess generally because it's
I think, look, for
easier.
marketing purposes, you gotta go Koi Keers. Let's let's
Yeah.
let's start that.
Um, what about the accoutrement? Let's call everyone the accoutrement.
All right. What
Just
what what does that mean?
I don't know.
Accoutrement.
I stole it for French.
It's
That
from
was not that is
French.
not one of the three languages I know. All I know
I
is the
just stole
French.
it. Man, I used to. There was a time I was fluent in French when I was like a wee
Yeah.
baby, and now I don't know any French. Now I
Are you
lost it
like
all.
Canadian?
I am Canadian, from
Uh,
Canada, but
straight
not from Quebec.
Canada.
But I did at one point speak fluent Quebec. Now
Yeah.
I don't. When I was like 8, I could speak it pretty good.
Dude, that's
R.I.P.
crazy.
8-year-old me.
I used to speak Portuguese.
Mm.
That was a language I used to know because I lived in a certain part of Miami where there was a lot of Brazilian people,
Oh.
and I would speak a lot of Portuguese. But then my family was like, "Well, we can't understand this kid, because none of them
Stop.
speak Portuguese." So they were like, "Stop,
Wow,
please."
that's crazy. That like you could like because they
Yeah.
didn't teach you Portuguese. You just picked it up from like
No. Yeah, yeah,
that
because
is
I used to
awesome.
go to a school that my mom's friend owned, but she was Brazilian, and all the kids there were Brazilian, so they were supposed to teach like Portuguese to all the kids. And so I was like one of the kids. I was the only like non-Brazilian person that was getting taught Portuguese. So
Dude, I love that. That's
kind of got
actually
fucked over
awesome.
in that part.
Dude, you
Yeah.
lost your Portugueseness. God damn.
Yeah, because I
What?
live in a state where there's like literally I've met one Brazilian family, and that was when I was like I
Mm.
would say 21.
So
So
they're
it's been a
rare. They're rare there.
yeah, they're exceedingly rare
I
here.
didn't know Brazilian people spoke Portuguese. That's news to me.
Yeah, it
Uh,
is. Yeah, they got taken over by Portugal. That's why a
oh.
lot of like Latin Americans like to say they're not really Latin Americans because they don't speak Spanish. Because like there's a weird
Mm.
form of racism in Latin America,
They say, do you speak Spanish or not?
and they're
Is that
like, no, and they're like, are you really Latin American?
hmm? Interesting. Yeah, I
No,
didn't.
they're fanatic about that though. Like,
Oh
even
yeah.
if you don't play like soccer, they go crazy if you don't play soccer. And I'm from like, my whole family's from like the Caribbean, so like soccer's not really a big thing for us. It's like what, baseball,
Mm.
and I got shit on so hard for loving baseball. They thought I was like a,
Damn.
what it's like called the no sabo kid, where you just like you sound like you're more American than you are like Spanish, and I'm like I'm
I see.
pretty Spanish. I'm just Caribbean, dude.
You don't get it, man.
I'm just like that's just I'm sorry, I don't like tortillas. I don't like fucking I don't eat that much shit. I just eat like Caribbean food and I like baseball like a lot.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
What's for someone who is not like a baseball guy? Oh, hello.
Hello
Uh,
there.
what
I
is
can't.
like? Hmm?
Do you get food? Is there food?
Oh shit, yeah. I do have a lot of food. Let's make a farm because I have a feeling we'll run out before the end of the stream. Or it's nice to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I literally haven't played on this account. Oh no, I just got give wheat back.
Wheat bag. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The trackpad's taking a minute. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, he's playing on a trackpad, by the way. You're playing very well on a trackpad. I'll say that much.
Oh yeah, I've
You've
had
you've had practice.
years of practice.
This man has experience. Oh yeah, I'd recommend don't sprint ever, because these versions haven't like haven't was compensated for the sprinting and hunger mechanics properly. So it's like you just
uh,
lose everything if you sprint instantly because it's stupid. Yeah, so I found your channel through those like Meat Canyon-esque animations. Are you
mhm.
intentionally like getting off the Meat Canyon kind of vibe, the parody type video thing, or is that just completely
Hon-
by accident?
I think that's more or less accident. I think it's
Hmm.
just me and him probably have more of like a similar sensibility of humor.
Mm-hmm.
So I like very disturbing, near dark humor. I
Yeah.
think the best way I could describe it is like I'm probably Meat Canyon if he didn't have as much sexual overtone.
That's
I think
true.
that's
Yeah.
I think that's where our lines are drawn. Where I'm
That's
like
actually so true.
yeah, because like he does I think more sexual undertones. I just boost the awkwardness on everything I do to like
Mm.
11
I
because
like
I,
that.
I
I
like the
like it.
more like I like the more like offbeat awkward humor. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the
That's
only
so
one
true.
where
I
I
never
say that
even
is
thought of it
very
like that.
like the only one where I say like it's very Meat Canyon inspired because that was on purpose. Because
Hmm.
I do this thing with like every video. If you see the Smiling Friends video I do or any of the parody, no, not any of the parodies. I don't do the same with like the what is it, the Dragon Ball one.
Mm.
But like, especially with the Smiling Friends one, I like the like to copy people's feeling or sense of writing. So like for the Chris Chan video, I tried very hard to like
Mm.
get that to like 1 to 1 to like if Chris Chan was to like make a video.
I think that was really good. The only problem is you edited it, so it will
Yeah,
never be like a Christian video.
yeah, it'll never be like a Chris Chan video, but like that sense of feeling like oh it's Chris Chan
Yeah,
is so
yeah.
important to me. Like if I can give you the same feeling of like a different creator that I'm on purpose emulating, then I
Mm-hmm.
feel pretty good about that.
Dude, that
So
Christian video really did feel like if Christian like put all of his cum
if
into a
the if old
Fanta bottle
school,
and chugged it, like
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
even.
Even though that made me break character because that shit hurt. That shit was so gross. But
It looked so gross, dude. That was crazy.
yeah, yeah. But oh shit. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Whoa, I got hit from behind into a creeper. That was crazy. Oh, that's why.
I was just like, oh my god, dude. I'm in a war torn country again. No, not again.
Again. Well, what's the lore there?
Uh, I live. So my family, um, half of my family's from like a island off the coast of Africa,
Oh
and
yeah.
because of that, we had to like stop by, I think Lebanon. We had to stop by Lebanon to go
Oh,
from
bro.
Lebanon to like it's called the Canary Islands because my
Oh, okay,
mom
I
was
think I've
like
heard
born
of
there.
this.
Yeah, it's like off the coast of Africa, but we had to make a weird stop to like Lebanon. So
Hmm.
and you like it's so crazy to look out from like Lebanon, like look out to
Oh,
what's
there's
going on
pirates there,
outside,
right?
and it's like
Yeah.
so wild. Yeah,
Oh man.
I'm like standing out. I see like how fucked this country is by America, and I'm like, God damn! I don't think they're very happy that we're out here. I'm never leaving this
No,
airport.
yeah. Jeez, yeah, that doesn't sound good at
Yeah,
all. No, it must be
yeah.
so scary. Have you heard of that guy, Lord Miles, who was the dude, like the last British man in Afghanistan for a little while?
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
crazy. I think that guy's kind of like a little bit like autistic, but I do think it's funny. Like his like whole little thing is now he just goes around to like he literally just chills with the Taliban. He got like arrested by the Taliban for like six
yeah,
months and had like was not able to talk to anyone. And when he went back to Afghanistan, and then when he first time he gets back online, he goes onto Twitter and he goes, "I liked it. My favorite thing about being in chilling with the Taliban is what he called it. He didn't even call it he wasn't arrested. He was just like I was just like
yeah,
chilling with them. Was
yeah.
that I didn't have to look at women or interact with them."
It's like okay, cool.
I'm like, all right, that's cool, man. I don't know why you're
At what
tweeting
point does it
about
become
this.
like what is it? Fucking Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, no, well,
He's
I don't
just
know. I don't know. I do think he's on like a better what do you call it, rapport with the Taliban because he's done a lot of stuff with those guys, and so I could totally see him thinking that he's like totally like chilling, you know. I mean, to
yeah,
be fair, they didn't kill him, and he's not doesn't seem like he has a problem there. So maybe he really was just like, I'm not gonna open Twitter for 6 months.
yeah.
Um,
That's
yeah, I don't know,
crazy.
but yeah, that guy's wild.
Yeah. Um.
Oh yeah, let's talk a
I.
little bit
I.
more about your content though. Your like your videos,
Oh.
because
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think
Yeah. Yeah.
like so people like what are the types of videos? Oh, sorry, I just hit the microphone. What kind of videos do you make? Because like people at home might not be like super familiar with your.
Oh.
Yeah.
I make I just kind of make whatever like I feel like. Most of the time, it's just animation because that's what I enjoy. Okay, sweet. I made my tiny house. It's
Oh, yo.
one block big back here.
Oh, hell yeah. Do you
Technically
have a
two if it's
roof?
not the door. Yeah,
Oh man,
everything I need.
from my angle, it really looks like you don't have a roof.
Nah,
Yo,
this is good enough.
yo, I literally watched the one only plays inspired animation since Dark in the Sky. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yo, dude, you got the
Yeah,
real estate. $10,000 in any major city.
I feel like I'm in New York. I'm in New York, baby. Get me out of here. I'm in New York. Oh fuck, it's raining.
It's actually a
Oh
little.
hell yeah.
It's a little bit too big, and they're not enough rats. Doesn't It's not gross enough. Who is here's a good comment to really sum up. You can respond to who is Koi Key, says Chloe.
Oh
So
yeah.
who is Koi Key?
Damn, I didn't think I would get philosophical. But just a YouTube like animator for the most part. I just enjoy like making. I just enjoy really writing whatever I feel like. I think recently how I've been creating my style is just more like I make these things called like clusters, which is like a cluster of uploads that I try to do come out like every week, but I've messed up this recent one.
Mm.
Well, the first one really, where I try to like tackle a topic, more or less.
Mm.
I think kind of stretch it out, but I've been dipping my toes into like doing more live content just because of that's just what I'm genuinely interested in. But I do mostly like animations. I guess if you were to sum it down, I guess animator on YouTube, who I've been pissing off like Meat Canyon fans a lot lately. I don't know why.
Really?
I'm
What are
not.
they saying
Yeah,
about you?
dude. Like these Meat Canyon meat riders,
These
right?
meatheads, yeah, meat
These
riders are.
meatheads, if you will. These meatheads, right? They're fucking they're getting upset. I some of them have been pretty chill for the most part. Like they've been very nice about the fact that like my style does remind them a lot of like Meat Canyon. Some people just think I'm like shamelessly shilling or like copying him,
Hmm.
and it's like nah. I think a good amount of my animations just because like me and him probably have a similar sense of humor, and you know I did watch Meat Canyon. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie. I obviously watched Meat Canyon, but I don't think he. I think more Smiling Friends is what kind of fucked
Mm.
my humor over more than him. You know.
Oh, are you like
I
a
think.
big only plays head?
Oh yeah,
Mm.
dude. I watched all of his animations since I was like a kid.
Mm.
Like I love Oni. I still rewatch some of his animations. I really like Oni and Psychic Pebbles.
Oh
You know?
yeah, yeah. Love
Yeah,
Psychic Pebbles. Oh,
yeah. I think he was like the first animation I saw online, like the Skyrim one.
hmm.
Like his Skyrim animation is the first one I really saw online. I used to like love watching his shit.
Hmm.
I still
I.
do now if he ever posts any like independent animations or like little drawings or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
That's
I
funny.
remember Gremblo.
I haven't watched too much of his like animation work stuff. I'm mostly on the. I've seen more of his like Oni plays like the actual like
Yeah.
the channel. I've just been watching a lot of that, like the highlights and all
Uh,
that.
He was the one that came up with the idea of a video where a guy just keeps talking about his ailments.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
like as his like date thing. That's the one that Darkin watched. He said I watched that one. So
yeah,
somebody who watches my channel who doesn't know who you are has seen your animation. So that's
yeah.
pretty sick, dude.
Sick. That's pretty sick. Yeah, that one was a pretty. That one turned out to be really popular. I think it's because like it's a little different than how most people like do Oni plays animations,
Yeah, it's like its
where
own
it's like
thing, right?
yeah, where it's like I just took the idea that they came up with and try to
And
see
did
if I
it.
could make a video that would be similar to how they would write it.
Mm-hmm.
Similar, not exactly the same. You know, I'm my own person at the end of the day. I'm probably not going to do it the exact same.
Yeah, yeah.
But I definitely like that's what I've been super interested in, like the way I can like emulate someone's like feeling or style in
Mm-hmm.
writing and how like turn that into like something for myself, like something for my own, you know?
Dude, I like that. Yeah,
Uh
that's like I feel like how a lot of people, make art. Like a lot of like, they go and they find
yeah,
someone who they like, and then they go like, how do I emulate how this is? And then eventually, in the process
yeah,
of emulating it, they find themselves. It's
yeah, yeah,
cool.
yeah. That's how I've been really enjoying it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the best example of that is like how much I like copy certain feelings of story. So like if you watch like the King of the Hill animation I did, that was actually Meat Canyon inspired,
Mm.
and that helped me like understand like better my own like offbeat sense of humor and how to like make my offbeat sense of humor more of my own.
Mm.
And the Smiling Friends one is like I really tried like what would be a concept that would be really easy to emulate. That would be like how what is it? Smiling Friends would have done it. You
Yeah,
know.
I got you.
So I
Yeah,
think I
yeah.
have it where it's like Charlie gets because like all of Smiling Friends is like pretty simple. Of like Charlie gets annoyed by Pim.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Usually misunderstanding or misinterpreting like something he reads or something that Charlie says, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because that's kind of like their relationship. I think a good example is like what the Renaissance Men
Mm-hmm.
bit,
They're like
where
coming.
I
The
think that's
Renaissance
like
men are coming.
the Renaissance Men are coming, and they're like, oh, the Renaissance Men, who's
That's
the
not a
Renaissance Men?
real
And it's
thing.
like,
What are you
oh,
talking about?
yeah. Like oh like yeah no they're just coming. It's like okay but who are the Renaissance men? I don't know. I'm just reading it, man. I was just like the Renaissance men are coming, you know,
Yeah,
like
it's like
that kind of
a weird conversation, you know.
yeah just awkward conversation, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
thought it would be funny where it's like the whole joke is like Charlie's kind of not feeling happy because it's kind of like a reflection on like how I used to see some of the work I used to do back in like the olden days when I used to like make other sorts of videos where it's like I try my best to like make things that would make I don't know that I think would work really well on like YouTube, and it didn't bring me really that much joy.
Mm.
I mean, it also wasn't like really successful, you know. But I think like that's a good example of like how you should see your art whenever you're making is like if you don't enjoy it, there's a good chance no one else is. But at the end of the day, if you don't really enjoy it, it's also gonna make you feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's gonna feel soul crushing, you know.
Oh no, I
And
totally
so I kind
relate
of
to
like
that. Yeah.
yeah,
Which
so I kind
video
of
was
took like
this?
that. This was it's called Sad Friends.
Sad. Oh, okay. So this is the song. I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah, it's talk about like
Yeah.
not being as successful, dude. That is soul crushing when your video is just like, especially
Yeah,
if you like,
yeah,
you know, you do it because you're like this will be popular. Then it's not popular, and you spent a bunch of time on it, and you're it's not even like
yeah,
that fulfilling to you if you worked on it or something. It's like,
yeah. Because
yeah.
I did a project. I did a project with like some of my friends where I was like, oh, this would be popular because like I know
Mm-hmm.
how me and my friends talk, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
we have a sense of humor where it like attracts people really easily.
Mm.
And I know that it works, but like the amount of work I did for it and how much I really just didn't enjoy the actual
Yeah.
concept of it.
Which
That
video was
like
that?
that there's a YouTube channel called like Astronautical. You could probably
Oh,
find it
you
really
did it.
easily.
Oh, the whole channel with it. Oh, okay, I see.
A whole channel with them, yeah.
Mm.
And there's like a few videos on there, and they are long animations too. Like that's like I think the first time I did animation.
Oh, they were animations,
Like
dude. I got it. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll have to look
yeah, you
that
got
up later.
yeah. It is so not good anymore. I look at it, I'm like,
Oh
honestly,
yeah.
the animations are half decent for someone that I know never done them before.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
like,
so that's how you started animation was on this friends channel or like this group channel you did?
yeah, this group channel
Dude, that's awesome.
because I
And
was inspired by what was the name? You remember? This is probably like super old, and people kind of
mm,
forgot about these guys. But it was called like Dan Plan,
tan plan.
where it was like
I don't
these
think
group of
so.
guys that would like yeah, it was like a group of these like three friends who were like trying to make who were just trying to answer questions. There was kind of like a what if this, what if that, right?
Oh, so there
And
were
I
like a
was like,
bunch
man,
of
that
what if scenarios?
yeah, and they kind of like not fell off, but like they kind of like disbanded because of money or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was just like, man, that was such a good fun concept for
Mm.
like a YouTube channel. I wish that it could have continued on. And I mean, it was popular, so I was like, man, why not? Why don't I try to emulate it? But I realized real quickly, I hated it. Like, don't get me wrong, like my friends were funny. I think anything that my friends said were absolutely hilarious, but I quickly realized that that's not what I enjoy. I like telling stories, I think, way
I
more than
gotcha.
like having people overhear my like conversations, you know?
Dude, I feel that. I feel that.
Then, then I'm like, I'm dyslexic and I'm
Same.
dyslexic and have ADHD, so I sound like absolute like fucking rubbish half the time.
No, dude, I'm relating too hard to this. Holy crap.
Yeah, no, I sound like my brain is on repeat like 24/7.
Dude, yo, no, same.
I'm running away from this zombie. I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, I'll bring him here. I'll just kill him. Do you want to set up like a mine? I don't think I have one of those yet. Get a.
I got. Look at him. I check this out. Oh yeah.
I can see you from like a distance, just demolishing this guy.
Oh no, I pressed E by accident instead of W.
Dude, remember he's fighting with a trackpad right now, on a laptop. Yeah, like, can you describe where you're streaming where we're calling you from?
My favorite place to work, the outside of a Starbucks, in my car. My favorite location.
Oh
The good
man,
thing is
yeah.
that the laptop I have, like before, right, I would have to do it at home and hope to God that no one no one walks in or talks to me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Besides like my wife, like if my family walks in, then they're gonna ask questions, and I have to be like, I'm not wasting my life. Please don't think I'm wasting my life.
Oh
I
man.
know I just had a kid, and I should have a more stable and steady job, please.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
which is funny because I work like almost 40 hours 40
Dude,
hours a week.
I will say this. This is one of the things that like really stuck out to me
Hmm.
about you, especially your channel specifically, is that you have like the craziest like productivity. You're so productive when you make your videos. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, dude,
Like
it's
the
called have
number
like no life.
of
It's like
animations you're able to put out, and then you work like 6 days a week, right? Like, that's
yeah,
insane. That's
6 days a
crazy.
week mostly. Yeah.
Dude, it's
So
literally
it's like
like you're on like death drive right now or something, you know? It's like,
yeah, like
um,
how I describe it is like I feel like I never really have a single day off because it's like
mm-hmm,
I get home, I work on YouTube. If like I'm off for the day, that means a whole day working on YouTube, and I have to like keep a
mm-hmm,
good pretty good enough schedule where it's like I have to do enough where it's like make sure I spend time with my family, you know, because
mm-hmm,
I come from a long family of like workaholics basically. So like if my wife kind of let me be, I kind of tell her to annoy me to like actually take care of my family because I will just kind of get lost in my own sauce
mm-hmm.
and like work myself near to death
I
because
mean, it's not good, yeah, to be like to work too much, but
yeah,
you are so productive, dude. Like, it
yeah,
would
I
be like a
try.
tragedy if you didn't take off properly.
Yeah,
I think if you keep it up, I'm definitely gonna push for you to get more popular. Just before, I
yeah,
want to address the chat. Yes, we have not discussed Too Mad yet. If we do, I don't know.
yeah,
And also, the reason that I'm not focusing on chat so much is exactly what Sayu says. Is I don't want to interrupt my guests. Like, the idea is this is more like something you can watch as a VOD than it is as something live. That being said, like, live I will address the chat, but just not as frequently as as like maybe is expected of a smaller streamer. And I do apologize for that, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Like, I'm trying to get the juice out of the guest. You know what I mean? No,
yeah.
he must not disturb the
Now,
Lord Koi K and his Koi Key and his 900 subscribers. It's true though. He's God of the
yeah.
stream right now. Okay.
Dude, you gotta. Oh, if you want the sauce, if you want the juice, dude. Yeah,
Mm.
there was a video I was telling you about. I
Hmm.
finally found it. I'll give you the title. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
are you guys watching anything on TV tonight on a Tuesday night, which is right now?
And that's the
And
name of.
fuck, man,
They send it,
that's
sends
the
it.
name of the.
We'll play it on stream.
Are you guys watching anything on TV tonight on a Tuesday night, which is right now? His delivery, the way he fucking, oh, dude, the way he talks, the way he delivers it,
Yeah, I'm Googling
absolutely
that.
perfect.
This
And
is
he has
high
like I think
class
four.
YouTube content.
To me, yes,
To- to-
very much. To others, maybe not so, but like to me, very much so. Because, God, I don't
oh,
know what it is.
oh, the Just Shromp guy. Dude, I feel like I've
Yeah,
seen this dude before. I feel like I've gotten a video of his like recommended to me.
I love him. I don't know if that makes me bad. I don't know if he's done anything negative. I'm waiting until the Turkey Tom release doc comes out, but like
Wait, is he making one about this guy? Is that a thing
I
that's
don't know. I
happening?
don't think. I don't think so.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
really think so. But he looks like the type of person that could get a duck thrown
It
on
is
him.
true. He does kind of look
Yeah.
like it. Yeah, no, I
Look,
actually I
you know,
really do think that I have actually seen a video of like of this of his. All right, let's put it on here. Windows capture. There we go. This guy, Justus Schramm. I'll play one of his videos, I guess. Let's see. What's his funniest video?
that the video I recommended to you.
Oh, which one? Oh, are you guys
Uh,
watching anything on TV tonight on a Thursday night? Watch, which is right now. That one, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I The delivery he has is
Are you guys
impeccable.
watching anything on TV tonight
It
on a
it
Thursday
never
night?
wavers into getting me
Which
to
is
giggle
right
a little
now.
bit. I don't know why.
I am watching my less than 2 hours of Bob's Burgers left.
2 hours
Yeah.
of Bob's Burgers laughs.
And then today at 4 p.m. through 11 p.m. tonight is my Frasier at-home movie
And I think like
marathon.
every video, he has like 4 or 5 videos that are like this, and it's the exact same title, exact same delivery in the entrance every single time. Without he's a machine. He's a content machine.
Dude, I
And,
will
like,
agree.
I
He
think-
posts like every hour.
Yeah,
Actually,
which I
yeah,
love.
That's awesome. Yeah. Asking the small
He's a-
McGuire family TV's home movies a question. 19 Valentine's Day. Dude, this is definitely an autistic guy though. That's
Yeah,
doing
this is
all
definitely. Oh yeah, no question in my mind. But he brings me back to when I was in special ed, dude. He makes me feel at home, you know. Yeah, he brings
Bro's
comfort
trying to
in this
cultivate a new
uncertain world.
lolcow.
What do you mean?
You trying to make a new lolcow with this dude?
No. Let me. Okay, I feel like I have to explain this a little bit, just because like I think
All right, I'm gonna.
no one's gonna get this lore any other way.
On the screen though. Yeah.
No one's gonna get this lore any other way. But I used to be in I used to be in special educations. I used to be special in like special needs classes, and
Alright.
my special needs class was kind of like mixed in. There's this group called the. I don't know if you guys have it in you're in Canada now, right? You're
Yeah,
in
I'm
Canada?
in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have this in Canada. So there's this like separate classroom that they put certain kids called the OC kids, which is like
I think we have it the same thing, but it's like called SPED or something like that, like special needs
that's-
education or something like that.
yeah, no, well OC is a little bit different. So it's like
Okay.
there's special needs kids, which is what I was in because I have like I guess super severe dyslexia and horrible ADHD, and they were like, yeah, let's throw this let's throw this dumbass in there. I used to be classified as I used to be classified with mental retardation.
Dude,
which was a
ouch.
very
That's harsh,
dude,
man.
it was like this is like in 2001, and they were like, let's get this like 6-year-old an IQ test and see how he scores. And they were like, holy shit, he got a 75, this fucking retard. I'm like, oh, sick.
I got the 75. That's almost 100.
That's almost 100, guys. Like he's near normal. He's just 5 off from like the normal bell curve. So I was like, I was just shy, and they're like, he is
At 6
intellectually
years
retarded.
old, you were branded
Yeah,
for
dude.
life. Holy crap. Well,
I was-
not for life, I'm guessing. Are you still considered?
No, I got out of special
Okay. You
education.
escaped.
And I had to take like, yeah, eventually, but it required me to like keep asking, can I retake the IQ test? Can I retake? Like
Oh, you
every
had to
year, I was like,
ask?
I had to keep asking, and they were just sitting there like, oh my god, he fucking speaks, and I'm like, what? Just like, no way, man.
No, that's awful, man. That sucks. Holy crap.
Yeah, no, it fucking blew. But like, I have like so many weird ass stories about strange individuals, because again, they thought I was like, mentally handicapped.
Mhm.
So they kind of just threw me in the bin with people who actually needed help. There's this one girl that was in my class
Yeah.
who I was confused. I was so ever confused that she was in my class at all, because she was kind of like in a vegetative state. They
Oh,
kind of just
God.
wheelchair her in, and she was just
Really?
like the most she would do is just kind of like lick the
Oh,
bottom of her
man.
lip and go,
Oh no, that's so.
and like that. She couldn't blink. She could
Oh.
barely eat.
Oh,
So all she did was
jeez.
like kind of like lick the bottom of her lips, and I was just like, I looked over to the teacher, because I'm in 6th grade. I'm still innocent enough to ask this. I'm like, hey, teach, what's wrong with her? Is she like? Was she a normal student before, and we take her to class now because we should pay respects to when she was a normal student? And she was like, no, she was born this way. And I'm like, what is she learning? Like, but when she said that, I was like, what is she like? There's no way she's gonna go out into society and be a McDonald's worker. All right, like. I asked for vegetables in my Happy Meal. I didn't want my Happy Meal to be in front of me,
Oh god.
Like
yeah, the Happy Meal.
Like, I'm sorry. This is kind of like how I coped through special educations.
You were put in special ed. You have the stories. You need to tell your truth.
This is my truth. But yeah, no. It didn't take long for her to, I guess, leave, because 2 weeks later she was like, oh yeah, she had to go back to the healthcare. I think it was like some sort of healthcare where they take care of people that are like in those types of deep states where they can't really move. And I'm like, why wasn't she there? Did she slowly get worse? And she was like, no, she's always been like that. And I'm like, why is she in school?
I think here's my theory.
This is probably hell for her. This is like torture.
It may be, but like parents, like a lot of the times they use school kind of like as a free babysitter,
Yeah, basically.
So it's like clearly, I think the reason wasn't for knowledge, and it was probably because they didn't want to. They couldn't keep. Not even that they didn't want to. They probably just couldn't keep an eye on her when she's alone.
Yeah, they probably had to go to work and had to take care of stuff.
That is just really funny to be like, yeah, why there really isn't any. There's no educational reason that
Yeah, there's no reason for her to really be here. And then like when they said that she's going to like a healthcare provider who like takes care of kids like that, I'm like, why wasn't that the first option?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if like it's because they need insurance and it has to be covered or whatever. Maybe that could have been the reason. But in my head, my little like sixth grader mind in special educations, I was like, why is she here? I feel like if I was in that state, take me to fucking like Bollywood or something. I don't know, like take me to like Carowinds or like fucking or Six Flags, dude. Just take me somewhere. Take me on a fucking roller coaster. That would be a much more fun experience for me than whatever the fuck this is.
That's true. Dude, and like you're also thinking like, speaking of why are people here? Why am I here? Get me out of here.
I'm just like, what's this education for, man?
Did you feel like you learned better in the special ed class, or like what did you learn there? What did they teach? I have no idea.
Dude, it was the same shit all over again. It was like I felt like I never really progressed in school just because of the simple fact of like every time I would like, I guess fucking do anything, right? Like we would learn addition and subtraction all the way into like 6th grade, and I'm like,
really?
Dude, this is so stupid. Like
just again and I got
out. Yeah, we just kept like learning it again and again. They never really progressed us into like other forms of like math. They were like, I don't think you'll ever get to actually be able to comprehend this higher form of math.
Oh god, that's awful.
This helped. Yeah, this is what kind of helped me get out, because I was actually really surprisingly good at math. And that helped me kind of get out, because I was like, I can comprehend math just fine. And they saw that I was very, very good at math. I was still like really shit at English. I'll keep that a buck, right? I'll keep it a $1.50. Like I was really bad at English, Like I was like the lowest percentile for English. And it was kind of like, it was low-key embarrassing, because like that is the language I speak the most, So it was
oh yeah, no, I feel
but like
that,
I got to a point where I was like so good at math that they were like, yeah, we can't keep him in here anymore, because he kind of needs to actually learn other higher forms of math. So, I mean, that was pretty good. I was good enough that they kept putting me into mathletes, which was fun. Didn't like it though, because I was already kind of branded as like the school's local like special ed kid, So you could probably guess how mathletes are, If you want to talk about ableism, let's talk about like how mathletes treats people that come out from special ed.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, dude, they treated me like I couldn't even like. I got the helmet joke so many fucking times. You have no idea.
Did you ever? Dude, you never wore a helmet, right? You never wore.
No, dude, I never had to. Because again, the reason I was there wasn't like for any like profound disability. It was like literally, I had a hard time comprehending English. That was it. That's the only reason I was there. And for some reason, they were like, "That's justifiable enough to put him in special educations."
Yeah, no,
It was.
why would you give a child an IQ test? That feels so stupid. That feels
I
like the
mean,
person who did that should get an IQ test.
yeah, I was very much confused by that. I was like, I'm pretty sure. I learned this later, like later in
Mm.
life, that there is a version of the IQ test that is supposed to be for people who are. Oh shit! Someone's calling.
All good, all good. Yes, I am. I am confronting. I am
Yeah,
confronting Koi
yeah,
Key. Um, not any. Not it's just like a little trolley title. Just because I like
yeah.
I like it when they what do you call it? Like
They get debated.
yeah, exactly. And we were I don't know, it was just like a title. But yes, this is Koi Key. For the reference, the
Yeah,
stream is titled "Confronting Coy Key." He is not speaking to Coy Key.
yeah.
Clickbaiter, exactly. No, it's not. It's not clickbait.
No.
I am confronting him. Actually, I do have something to confront you on. All right.
Oh! I'm scared. I'm shaking.
Where is the Scoob and Shag episode 2, bro? Where's Scoob and
Episode
Shag
two.
episode
I
2?
mean,
Like,
I've made episode 2.
oh shit, episode 3.
I've already made episode 3, brother.
But really? Are they all in one
Yeah.
video?
No, it's all separated. So how I did
How did I
the
miss that?
pacing for it, it was like on. Yeah, I'm on like I think what is it? Episode 15 of the webtoon.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, the only reason why it takes so long on that is that the performance is really just like not as good.
Mm.
And the thing is that like when doing YouTube, like I kind of, especially at this small of a level, like I kind of need the performance to do a little bit better,
Oh, like, are you
just
doing the
because of
performance? Wait, how
um.
have I missed this? I thought you only had one episode. I was really impressed with it too because it looks just like the Scoob and Shag comic. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
like,
no, I have like 3 episodes, dude.
dude, what the
The
heck?
people that like it really like it, but
Does it
sad
not
as it is to
perform
say,
well?
like it just doesn't perform really well.
Oh man.
The first one performed really well. That's also because like I kind of contacted the guy who made it. I really made like this whole series for the guy who made it,
Oh,
but it's like
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I literally missed.
uh,
I saw the first one and then I somehow didn't see the other two. Am I fucking stupid? Oh my god.
yeah, I know YouTube for some reason doesn't really recommend it. I don't know if I should probably like make it into a playlist.
I think
Maybe that would actually help.
that might help, but here's the thing. I think it's
Yeah.
that the thumbnails are not like the first thumbnail you did.
Mhm.
Super striking. Like it's very,
Yeah.
very, very eye catching, and you're like Scoob and Shag. Oh my god, I know that. Like anyone who knows that would see that. But when you see something like something is different about Scoob and Shag, and then you've got all this, it's very easy to kind of miss that
Yeah.
it doesn't even say Scoob and Shag in the title. Actually, that might be part of the problem. Then you
Yeah,
have like the
yeah,
thumbnail of episode 2 is like doesn't have Shaggy and Scooby on there. It has a guy in a suit, and it's like, huh.
yeah.
I'm not gonna catch it. That could be a problem with just
Yeah,
the thing.
that's also like something I have to work on too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they also just don't perform well like at all. Just generally, like the drop off rate for it is crazy. I think people only go on there to see their favorite bit get animated,
Mm.
right? So like the drop off rate for like how fast people stop watching is like
Mm.
crazy. It's not at the point where it's like where I have to do a little bit more with the animation,
Mm-hmm.
where it
That's
starts to
true.
actually have
Like
a compelling story and they would actually stay there for longer. So
I
like the drop.
genuinely think, yeah, when you hit the story moments, people will pay way more attention to. That's like also
Yeah.
another total big factor.
Yeah, but believe it or not, it really does take like quite a bit to actually make those.
No, I believe it. It looks exactly
Yeah,
like the comic. You know, like that's
yeah,
crazy. It looks so
yeah,
good.
which will become a problem later. Like
Yeah, when there's
a
like
little bit.
complex movement and like,
Yeah, yeah, that'll be a problem later because then I'm gonna have to get like a group probably to
mm-hmm.
figure that out.
Dude, that would be so cool
Um,
though. That's hype. That is
yeah,
hype.
that's kind of the hope eventually if this gets big enough
Dude,
because
I
like
would
I really.
love it to take off. I want to see you
Yeah,
become like the director of the entire Scoob and Shag webcomic
yeah.
series. That would be
That would
amazing.
be that would be really that would be something that would make me so happy. But like as of current, I kind of have to like build up kind of the general enjoyment of like my animations,
No, that's
so
fair.
I
That's fair.
can
Yeah.
so I can build on that part to try to like get Scoob and Shag to get a little bit more attention with the animation. Because as it currently stands, like it's just not. it's just kind of in a rough spot right now.
No, that's
feel
fair.
like.
That's fair. But Saplo gonna audition for Bugs Bunny. Saplo really likes the word striking.
Yeah.
Have I been saying striking a lot? I think it's not that I like the word a lot. It's that that was the biggest takeaway was I was just really surprised by like the level of the quality output that you have in your videos.
Yeah.
And how small of a channel you are. Like, I really do think if you keep it up, you will eventually get an audience. If you keep at this rate, it's like a matter of what time at burnout, you know? Like at what point
When will burnout? Dude, surprisingly enough, I don't really worry about burnout.
That's
because
good.
I've already reached the point where I could have gotten it, and I just like flew right past it.
Oh, that's great. That is good then. You're
like I kind of have I don't know, my brain's kind of weird. I think I got it from my mom. My mom has this like weird ability to not really feel a sense of burnout. If that makes sense, I guess. Like she's my mom's done basically every job, I feel like, at some point. Like she worked as a financial coder for like a really big hospital down in like Miami. Which, saying that, they probably know the exact hospital in Miami that's really massive.
Gonna be attacked.
Yeah.
They'll find you IRL. You're never gonna escape.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
They're gonna figure me out. But
don't figure out Koi Key.
Yeah. Well, they won't know. They won't figure because I don't live there anymore.
Oh.
I live in a completely different state. I was just born. I've said that before. Like I was born in Miami, Florida.
Good idea,
like,
BRB.
Yeah, I'm like, no one's gonna fucking find me. What? You will never find me unless you look at which one? I think
unless you go to these coordinates.
Unless you go to these coordinates, exactly. Find me in the Alps.
In the monumentality video, you kept saying striking, and I remembered it. Well, if I said it enough times for you to remember, maybe it is a favorite word of mine. I just don't know.
Yeah. I think my favorite video so far is as sad as it is because I think it's the worst performing video as of recent is Santa eats hot wings goes blind. But that's because the thumbnail's so dark, dude. The thumbnail is like so desaturated and dark. And I have this weird policy where I don't really change my thumbnails. So you can.
No, I've got the same. I feel similar. Yeah.
Yeah, it's where it's like if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I only change it in the first 24 hours, and if it doesn't, anytime past that, I'm like, there's no real point in changing it, really.
Well,
it's not like it's gonna
actually, I think that's actually not true. I think that it is statistically does improve video backlog watchability if you like rechange thumbnails and titles. It just doesn't happen like instantly. Like, it does happen, but at the same time, it's kind of like you've made your art, you've put it out there, you know.
Yeah, I think it's more for like it doesn't do anything for me, I guess, because it's like the point of like keeping the thumbnails is to keep like track of what worked, what didn't work.
That's true. Yeah.
And if I change the thumbnail and like change the title, it's like if I ever like forget that, I don't have like a physical, I guess, what is it called? A physical representation of like what was the failure there,
what was working, what wasn't. I do like the CK like outline that you have for all, like not all but a lot of your videos. I like that. I like that little.
I will admit I stole that from Meat Canyon, but then again, I also stole that from Flash Gits too. So
let's go. Oh, hold up.
Because I like how Meat Canyons is kind of simplified into like just the MC and then the outline, but I didn't like how. Because I feel like if I were to replicate that, mine would be like so much more boring. So I decided like also copy Flash Gits's having like a certain like interesting character in the corner that you can like recognize as Flash Gits, like their little skull guy that has the I think FG in his forehead.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't notice Flash Gits's thing. Does anyone else notice a gray bar on the bottom left of the screen that just like won't disappear? What is that? Oh, is that it? Now I know what it is.
Yeah,
we're good now. All right.
Yeah. I'm sorry for like if I take your questions and then go completely like
oh no, it's totally
side
fine.
Tangent, like good. Side quest with conversation. That happens to me a lot. I'm sorry.
Okay, wait.
That
I
was
think I
that
got a
was
good question here.
yeah.
Between the two of you, who is most likely to let the intrusive thoughts win by grabbing a fistful of sand from a random spot on the ground and proceed to bite into it? I don't know.
Oh, that's me. That's me easy.
Okay.
I do that. I used to live in a beach
I
town.
do that
I did
still.
that. I do that still. Like no, I have bad impulse control. It makes a
No,
lot
it's
of what I do
beautiful.
a little bit more entertaining. Like the video where it's like Santa goes to eat hot wings and goes blind. That's because I have the stupid fucking impulse control of forgetting to wash my hands and then like scratching my eye.
Oh.
And then when I feel like my eye is like burning, I still scratch my eye.
Oh my God. Oh no,
I have like
that's.
I have like the world's worst like impulse control.
No,
The
that's
good thing is
epic.
my impulses are never like super
Dangerous.
negative. They're just kind of yeah, they're just kind of dumb, you know. Like if I see like sand and someone goes like, "Oh, I bet you can't eat sand," I'm like, "Oh, I can fucking eat sand. Check this out."
I could
You
totally,
know?
yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
dude.
What the fuck you mean, man? I'm bigger than sand. What do you mean I can't eat sand?
Oh
So yeah,
man,
I think I have like enough of a lack of. Holy shit! No, fuck.
what happened? Are you? I s-
Skeleton. I can't kick
okay,
that.
run towards me. You should make
I can't
yourself
kick
this
that guy's
tool.
ass. He has a gat. He has a
Just doing a drive-by.
I thought I ran away from these before. I was escaping this in real life. Why?
Dude, is there a lot of
Yeah,
of
there's a lot of drive-by shootings in
really?
Miami.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy, but it's crazy down there, dude.
Like,
It's
yeah,
fucking
because Canada's like, you don't, there's nothing. You're more likely to run into a
well,
bear than a guy with a gun.
yeah, I mean, like, there's also like barely any guns in Canada
That's
because if you
sort
use
of
them, you go to
true, I
yeah.
think. Well, we don't have
I think
handguns. We have like rifles. Like I think per family, I think statistically Canada has more guns per family, but it's like hunting rifles. You know what I mean?
yeah, because hunting's allowed. Because how else are you gonna fucking deal with a moose? You know, if a moose breaks into your fucking house, man, like how the
Dude, you can shoot a moose and it's still gonna kill you. You can hit it with a
I
car
don't
and
know.
it's not gonna die.
See, I'm the type of like toxic man, you know.
Hmm.
If we're gonna talk about toxic masculinity, I'm the type of toxic man that's like I could do it, barehanded too.
I could be
Like
I could be a
logistically,
moose.
I
It's
could be a moose. I've
no,
been
it's just a
around a moose.
moose.
I know how huge they fucking are, and I still go like, I can take it.
Dude, yeah,
You know,
I
if it's
saw
me or the
one.
moose, I feel like I got that, dude.
We're gonna hear the Koi K moose story. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. If you ever hear a story about a man who killed a moose with his bare
Yeah.
hands, that's me.
It's not even gonna be
No
like a
one else.
Florida man. It's just gonna be man kills moose.
Technically, I am a Florida man, so
Oh yeah, let's
yeah,
go.
Miami's in Florida.
Oh, is it? I don't know anything about America
Yeah,
locations.
yeah. Miami's like one of the bigger cities in Florida.
Oh, have you played that game Miami Hotline Miami? Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I love Hotline Miami. I like
Okay,
the
yeah.
mechanic of it. Yeah.
Dude, I pirated that game. I
Yeah, me
didn't even
too.
I played
Me
yeah.
too. What do you mean?
Yeah, okay, great.
I think I've only ever met people who pirated the game. I don't think
Dude,
anyone bought it. I think
mad
they never made it.
respect to the developer for like making their game publicly
Yeah.
pirateable. Like they
Yeah.
uploaded it to like torrent sites, I believe.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I
Hmm.
appreciate that. I think that's why he never made a second game because I think
They
everyone
did
pirated
make.
it.
They
I
made
think no one
three.
actually bought it.
They made three
Did they?
games. Yeah, or
I've
there's
never heard of
Hotline
the other ones.
Miami 2 and 3, I think. Yeah.
Damn, I only played one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, a lot of that's usually how it goes, right? Sure, it made the money
Yeah.
though, because they made another couple ones. I hope
Oh,
they're
that's
doing
good.
well. I don't believe
I think
pirating
about.
actually kills your
I don't know if
game.
this is like a bad trait for me, and I don't know if this makes me seem like a
Mhm.
like money hungry or money grubbing or whatever, you know.
Mhm.
But I always think about like, man, if I make this amount of money, I'm fucking done, dude. Like
Yeah.
straight. Like I think there is a cap to how much money I make, and then I'm like, okay, I can fuck off for the rest of my life, you know.
But what would you do with all that money?
Just live, dude. I have like the most like low maintenance of life. Like I live like I literally if as long as I have like the internet and like food and water, I'm pretty good for the most part.
But you wouldn't
As
feel
like
the like let's say you're making that money through YouTube. You wouldn't feel the need to make like more YouTube videos with the money that you have. Like if you're already like.
Oh no, dude. Like once I make the money I have, that by that point I just make whatever I want.
Okay, yeah. You know, this is something I have a problem with, like larger YouTubers, because they're literally like people like Jay Schlatt or something, like they have like $1 billion, right? They make shitloads of money. They can stop uploading today and live in a fucking mansion and for the rest of their life, and probably their grandkids too. That's how much money they have. And like guy still like reacts to TikToks. I mean, he doesn't really do that anymore, but it's like the content that they make representative of the money that they make is not there. And it's like especially people who I would think would have a more artistic like bent to them, you know, like Jay Schlatt I think is a pretty like creative guy. Like why are you not taking that money and like making
I think it's because of the constant fear. You know, I'm not gonna be a Jay Schlatt defender here, but like I can kind of get it, because it's like when you build your like basis on how good your art is, depending on like how many views you get. I think it's a hard like rewiring to be like, I don't give a shit about this, even because now he has the money.
That's
you know?
true, maybe.
To me, I'm like, I wouldn't care. Like,
yeah,
I'm kind of like,
you know, I learned like, what do you call it? Smiling Friends, right? That costs $25,000 an episode or something like that, or like was it or 15,000? It's like someone like Jay Schlatt, drop of a hat, they make that. They could pay for that. That's like how much like lunch costs for that guy. Well, okay, maybe not, but like, you know, like he could afford it. You know, it's like
I'm always surprised like how much money like these YouTubers make. I'm like, why don't you just like create your channel into like a like not like a news broadcast, but like just replace TV stations with like your TV, like your YouTube channel.
Yeah. Well,
if you make enough money to do that,
lose the money if they did that. But
probably
because I think TV is extremely unprofitable, except like Super Bowl or something like that.
Yeah. No, I mean like change it into like you have like shows that run on your like channel.
Yeah. That's
because you have the money for it, you know. Like, and especially if you're like an online creator, you probably know a lot of people online who do shit.
Did you know Watch Mojo actually has a TV channel?
Really?
That plays Watch Mojo videos like 24/7.
Dude, that's sick as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not. Some people might say that's dystopian. That's real depressing.
No, it's awesome.
That's sick as fuck to me.
I think it actually might not be expensive. It just might be like you get like a lower branch of TV. Like, I don't know. It was like pre-installed on this like this wireless TV thing that my mom got. How did you two discover each other? Well, Coy Key. He is. I'm gonna call you Coy because that's easier to say. He is a Gokinaru fan, right? And you've rediscovered him a while ago, and then you posted your Pineapple Upside Down animation, which is like related to a Gokinaru kind of drama thing. And I saw it and I went, animation, I love animation. And then I went, Pineapple Upside Down, I'm gonna like do that.
You know what the funny thing is? That was semi unrelated to that. I didn't. So I had the idea of like some guy just fucking like coming up to somebody and just like being fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And that was just kind of the general idea of the video. And then like I just came up with like something stupid he would fucking say. Like I was just like, whatever is fucking shitty and stupid and like is low effort as fuck, to like just something like he could repeat. And I was like, I just came up with like Pineapple Upside Down.
Oh, unrelated to the song?
That was just unrelated to the song. And then I later like found like halfway through making the video that like that was that this could be an actual person. And I was like, no fucking way, dude.
Did you have to redesign like the main guy?
Yeah, I did like a little bit because
dude, that is awesome.
He didn't have like hexagonal glasses or like blonde hair at all. Like he just had like fucking I think he was like a short brown-haired fat fuck. He was just like it was just
that
stupid
is so
fuck.
funny how it's so close to the real.
Yeah, because I was just like, what's something stupid? I even like had to add the joke of like jerking off queefs or whatever, because I was just like that's something that was.
That's not at all close to the name of the band. Like you didn't know it.
No.
Oh my god, dude, that is insane.
The band is like I just added that in very last minute because I was like, holy shit, that's an actual like. This is an actual group. This is an actual people. This is like, I was just like jerking off queefs. Sure, that's good enough. You know, like.
and then that ended up being the band. That's why I was like, why is this joke so like? It's sort of like the name, but it's also not. And then I'm like, now I know. It's literally because you came up with a joke before you knew they existed.
Yeah. That was like the funniest
Oh,
thing to me, and people
man.
were like, "Oh, you're talking about Ethan Online?" I was like, "Dude, I had no idea about him until halfway making this,"
Oh,
and I
that
was just
is
like, "You know what?
awesome.
This is yeah." I just changed the design of him. I was just like,
You're
I was
just
just
like,
like,
yeah, yeah, it is Ethan Online. What do you? Yeah, of course.
"Hey, what are you talking about?" Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'm a genius.
I'm totally in the know of like every YouTube drama. You know?
Yeah.
Because of so many people like telling me, "Oh, this is Ethan Online." I told people like I didn't know who the fuck this was, right?
Oh man, that's
Because of that, I
awesome.
was like, "Okay, who the fuck is this guy?" And I found Gokonaro again. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, sick."
So you found him
Yeah,
through his like H3 video before, I'm guessing?
yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, so
Because
you.
I found him through the HD video, and then I remember I was in his. I later found him again on his Discord,
Mm-hmm.
but I got in on. I think he was talking about Destiny and
Oh yeah, his wife.
Destiny and H3 and Hassan and all that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So wait, yeah. When I reached out to you on Twitter, you said you'd watched my Peterson video. Did you just
Yeah,
find? Did you find my channel before I found you? Is that, or like, did you just like look at my channel and watch the Peterson video
I,
just
I
organically?
I looked at your channel and
Okay.
saw
Okay.
the Peterson video.
Ah, that's cool that you like. You're just like some guy DMs me on Twitter. I gotta watch their YouTube channel. That's great.
Oh yeah, no, because I'm like, if I it just gives me a better sense of like who this guy is, you know?
That's I do the same thing actually. Like someone will leave a comment on my video and I'll go to their YouTube channel. Like most of
Oh
the
yeah, no,
time. Like if they look
yeah,
like they do even a little bit of YouTube or something, I'm like I
New
gotta check this
text
out.
message from mommy.
yeah. Did
New
you hear
text
that?
message from mom. That's great.
Dude, that's so embarrassing. That's so fucking that's mean as fuck and funny as hell, but fuck, dude, that hurt. Dude, I don't even know where my phone is. I have to like text them because I told my wife like, "Hey, just give them an excuse that I'm working or something." It's like I don't think they'll believe that, so I think she just made something else up completely. And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, honey. That's sick." Like, and I hate that like. So I have my mom down as like mommy, which is like Spanish for mom,
Okay,
and
yeah,
the way
yeah.
that it likes to, and the way it likes to like fucking say the name is mommy, and I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit more. I'm a little bit more of a grown man, all right.
Oh, dude,
I am a man. I am a man. I'm not a boy.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. No, it's perfect, man. I wouldn't want
Yeah.
any other way. Holy crap, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, says Chloe. Absolutely agree. I agree. The chat is in agreement.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Oh man. Miami like the hotline. No. Hotline Miami like the video game. Hotline Miami.
Yeah.
Not
Miami.
the.
like
I didn't
a
know. I
hot-
don't know if there's a hotline. There probably is a hotline in Miami.
No, but there is Florida TV in Florida, so that's pretty cool.
Is
It's like a
it
separate
good?
channel. Dude, there's fucking alligator fighters on Florida TV and the Bounty
Okay,
Hunter.
it's great.
Yeah,
Man. It's
Yeah, Florida
classic.
TV is fucking awesome, man. Like I love Florida TV. I'm like, where's the biggest degenerates? And then, of course, it's all Florida. So like, they have the Gator Fighters, which is like a. So we have like animal control, right? We have like regular animal control,
Okay, yeah.
and because we have a giant problem with like alligators and crocodiles, just because it's Florida.
Mhm.
We have like a separate section of animal control that just deals with alligators and crocodiles, and they have their own TV show.
They have a TV show around this set.
They have
That
a
is
TV
amazing.
show, yeah.
What a way to get
Dude,
like your
it's-
bang for your buck. You get government dollars to fund a alligator killing squad, and then you
Yeah,
make it
dude,
into a TV show.
It's so good. All they do is just catch alligators in people's houses because that is like a
In
very
people's
common problem in
houses?
Florida. Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Yeah, gators are kind of slippery, dude. They get fucking everywhere.
they're like
They go into
this-
your backyard and they eventually figure out how to get into your house.
Why? Why is their house just like an appealing? Do they want houses? Maybe we need to be housing the gators.
No. So like, okay, so this is just gonna be crazy. This sounds like really fucking wild, but in Florida, this is just kind of normal, right?
Mhm.
So hurricanes happen, and they kind of lift up alligators and kind of fling them into your backyard. And alligators are kind of like they're weird in the sense that they don't feel fall damage because of how they're built.
They don't.
So like they
don't
kind of just
immune?
get flung into your backyard, and they just kind of show up there.
Dude, That's crazy.
It's like the craziest fucking thing. But like they also additionally
Do
they
you want
also
some
just
wood?
like, oh yeah, dude, I'm always down for your wood, man. Thanks. Uh, but like fucking yeah, no, and alligators are kind of like very strange creatures. They're like
Alligators are
autistic
cool.
lizards, you know? Yeah, no, but
Autistic
they're like fucking
lizards.
they're like fucking autistic lizards, dude. Because they're like, I move in one direction and no other fucking way. They, if you try to move them in a different direction, they get real fucking antsy. So
Speaking
like,
from experience here, you've dealt with the alligators, the horde.
yeah, dude, that's like the biggest like whenever you go to Florida, they tell you, hey, don't look at an alligator in the eyes. Don't fucking
Don't
don't
look
move
at.
him in any different direction. Don't get in his way. Just let him do his thing, and he'll figure himself out. You know,
Are they like an invasive species, or they're natives to Florida?
they're native. They're native
Ah,
to
that's
Florida.
awesome. I love that.
And
they're
of
like
course, they're
they're
so.
like lions.
Oh yeah, dude. No, that's America's lions right there. They're the biggest pride. But yeah, no, alligators are so fucking weird. They're like, we want to move in this one direction, and nothing's gonna stop us from moving that one direction.
Hmm,
They're
that's
like
crazy.
fucking fences, you know, walls, whatever. They do not care. They will try to figure out a way to keep walking straight.
Really?
Yeah, they're just geared to like walk in one direction. They'll forever do that.
Wow.
So that's how they also kind of end up like jumping across fences and stuff.
That's awesome. I love that. I love that. I love
Yeah,
that they just there's no reason for it. There probably is a reason for it, but it's very odd.
there's probably like an evolutionary reason for it, but they're just so fucking stingent on like going
Alligators
in one
know.
direction.
They know that if they stay in one direction,
Yeah,
and
they're
they go
set.
straight, and that is evolutionarily benefited them to walk in a straight line.
Yeah, dude, it's so they're
I
so
love that.
fucking they're so strange. I don't understand how they function. But like that's
What am I building? I am building a maze right now. I want to build a maze that's like at water level, and then you have to try and like find like some blocks of gold in the maze or something. That's the project right now.
yeah.
Building a maze. Yes. But yeah, alligators, dude. We don't have alligators here.
Mhm.
We don't really have any crazy animals. That's one
Yeah,
thing we don't have. Oh shit.
dude. It's fucking. You guys got mooses though.
We do, I know, but like they're okay. Well, they're not as frequent as you'd think.
Yeah.
Bears maybe, but like you guys got bears. It's nothing that's not unique.
Yeah, but your bears are bigger than our bears. I'm
Are
pretty
they?
sure.
Oh.
I think so. Yeah, I think you guys have the black bear, right? Is it black? No, we
No,
have
no,
grizzlies.
brown bear. We have grizzlies
Brown
too.
bear.
We have black bears will eat you. Grizzlies, if you pretend to be dead, they won't eat you.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
you guys have. Yeah, I think we have a black bear, but they're more up north. They're like in the states that are basically just Canada, but like
Oh yeah, like
without free
Ohio or
healthcare.
something.
You know. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, would you like to have free healthcare or would you like to have paid healthcare? What kind of an American are you? A real one or a
Um,
communist?
God, as a Cuban, I can't say the communist, but at the same time, I would really like some free healthcare.
Mm.
You
Well,
know
at
what I
least
mean?
I mean, I don't know. Because I think it should be free, but Canada's healthcare is objectively dog shit. Like once you get it, it's good,
Yeah.
but it's like to get it, it's so unbelievably slow. You're like
Yeah.
and like annoying.
You're wanting
You
to
know?
like fucking stick needles in your eyes and just go. And
Yeah,
never,
it's
never
kind of like
wanna-
where you're like, oh, I have like I'm suffering right now. Am I not dying though? I have like some sort of like chronic pain or chronic illness or like my arm is broken or something. It's like now you're just gonna have to like wait.
Live like that.
You need a. I know a guy who's been on the waiting list because his eye needs surgery to like he has this thing where he like falls asleep with his eyes open, and then he fell asleep with his eyes open, but his eyes got on like a blanket, and when he woke up, he like ripped part of his eye, like just the gel,
Damn.
because it dried to the thing.
Yeah.
And like he'll be able to see through it. He just needs to get laser eye surgery, but because it's only one eye, and it's not life threatening, and he can still do his job, he's on like a 3-year waiting list. You know, and
Bruh.
it's like, dude. That's crazy. that's just
Yeah.
how bogged down. Like in America, it's like, yeah, you just got $30,000. You know, you could get it done tomorrow.
Yeah.
which is not
You
a
can,
better
yeah,
alternative exactly, but at the same time,
yeah.
I'd like
Well, the reason
the
why is
option,
because like
maybe, I don't know.
our I don't understand how it fully works. Really, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna be real honest. I think it's like our insurance companies
Mm-hmm.
help try to inflate the prices of healthcare providers, like
Really?
artificially, so you would have to use the insurance. Yeah, and
Oh,
there's
that
like
makes
because
sense.
yeah, so like they kind
Because
of make healthcare providers
that's
kind
scummy,
of
though.
ask for more. Yeah,
But in the funny thing about that too is that I don't know. I just watched like one TikTok or something like, so I'm very educated in the subject. But it was about
yeah,
how the insurance company thing works. It's like the insurance company will go to a hospital and be like, a hospital will be like, here's the bill for your stub toe, $50,000, and then the insurance company goes, I ain't paying for all that. I'll pay $17,000. And then the hospital goes, okay. And then it marks the remaining like $30,000 off as a loss. And then they can claim it as a tax benefit. And so they never pay taxes.
yeah, basically.
Which
And it's
sounds
the same
real,
shit
but
with
that might
like
not be real. I might be getting misinformed. I don't know.
it sadly is kind of like true though.
But
That's kind of how it works.
if that's even close to
Basically,
true, that sounds like utter scum. That sounds like scummy shit right there.
yeah, that's the thing. And I'm like, most hospitals are kind of like also paid for by the government. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like I don't understand fully why it's the way it is. I don't know why it's like a weird mixture of like private and like public. What is it like
Yeah.
private and public kind of
Like, yeah,
bullshittery? But
yeah. It's a scam. That's what it is.
that's yeah.
Because it's like, here's
They
the
just
thing. I get it. It should be free because for okay, maybe there's a thing where some stuff that's like not life threatening, maybe you can pay for
yeah.
that. That like here we got your dentistry. Although I'd like it to be free, it's not. You know, you got to get insurance for that. But that makes sense because you don't need to have good teeth to live your life, right? And if let's say your teeth are so like fucked up that they're like you're dying, I'm sure the government will pay for it or something like that. There's probably some sort of thing in place because that's probably happened. But like unless it's life threatening, you know, or as far as dental care goes, as long as it's not like hurting you, like at killing you or whatever, you can have as fucked up teeth as you want, and you have to pay for it, you know, whatever. You can still have fucked up teeth and not go to the doctor, but that's different. Um, but like when it comes to, you know, life threatening stuff, like you're gonna die, you know, you don't have to pay for that because like if a hospital goes, oh, your son is about to die, or he needs this treatment, they can charge any amount they want, and of course the parents are gonna pay because they want their son to be alive, right? So there's no reason, you know, so they'll pay any amount. So it's like extortative if the only way for you to continue your life is to pay
Mhm.
as much money as the you know the hospital wants to charge you, you're gonna pay it. You know,
Yeah.
it's dumb. If it was just like
Dude, that
quality of life things that you don't really need, like let's say I don't know, you get like a I don't know. I mean like they have cosmetic surgery or whatever. That's not really what I'm talking about. But like more minor ailments that you know, then I think there's a certain amount of like yeah you other people can you know you can pay for that. That's okay. That makes sense. But really life-threatening like immediate stuff that there's no reason that you like for that to be like a pay thing. That's yeah, psychotic,
damn.
exploitative. Really not psychotic but exploitative. If you want to make
I
money,
feel like
become
I
like
feel like we're in
sell drugs.
the parts of we're in like the part of the world where they're like, oh man, you know, we should probably be nicer to our citizens. You know, I feel like I don't know. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'm idealizing too much of. Nah, I know how it is in Europe. Actually, never mind.
Oh, how is it in Europe? Is it better in
It kind
Europe
of
or
blows.
what?
No, it all blows, dude. Everywhere blows. It's the same amount of like, it's the same amount of shit, but like
It's just
different
different.
looks. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Or at least that's what I've been told from like everyone I know from Europe. Like it's really
Hmm.
not that far off from like how shitty America is. It's just that like it's kind of how do you say it? How would you say it?
It's just different.
It's just different. It's
Yeah,
it's the
like they
exact same
have
shit. It's
similar
like
problems. It's just different problems. They're different in the
yeah,
same
basically.
way.
Yeah.
Or there's like
Yeah.
drawbacks, the similar drawbacks to many things, something like that. Saplo is
Yeah, basically.
communist. Say Gex. Yep. Yep. It's true.
Oh
It's
man.
real. I
If
am.
if I'm a commie, will Daddy Hassan love me again?
What do you think of Hassan Piker?
I don't have very positive opinions about him.
Yeah, me either.
And
to
it
be
really
fair.
it really all boils down to the simple fact of like, um, I don't know, like how many more mega yacht mansions do you need, man?
Look,
Like,
he's like a billionaire's child. Let him enjoy his toys, okay?
yeah,
Let him enjoy his $1 million mansion. That's my hot take on it. He can live in a $1 million house, but he should probably not talk about being a socialist. I think
or like,
yeah.
I think it's because he also lives in like a
Yeah.
what is it, multi-million-dollar house, and I'm like, bro, you can't even be like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's just it gives me a weird. It reminds me too much of a certain like individual that Cuban people don't love. You know, it's like I'm like I've seen this before, and it pisses me off again. My favorite, it's also like what he said about like people who flee Cuba. I think the oversimplification of like
Oh,
who flees
yeah.
Cuba kind of also like pisses me off a
Dude,
little
he
bit.
oversimplifies everything, man.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
he's so argumentative. I think if you just like dialed it back and wasn't so argumentative about everything and
yeah,
being like what you don't like what you think that whatever's going on in Palestine isn't good. You're
yeah,
anti terrorism. Fuck you, you should die. You should die. You know?
yeah.
And
You know,
like
like
that's
throws
just
out every
yeah.
insult he could on you and
Yeah, and
try to
it's
like
like
paint
what
you as
kind
the worst
of
person possible.
where's the dialogue? Where's the debate?
Yeah,
Where's the talking? There's just yelling. I see like when you know do you watch Willie Mac?
yeah. The Willie Mack stream
Yeah,
thing.
like that
Yeah,
was so like fuck you. I haven't even watched your video. Oh, wait, you don't know your video that you made a year ago? You don't know it? It's like what the fuck? What is
yeah,
this guy's just like trying to doesn't
yeah.
care. He clearly doesn't care about an actual discourse.
Yeah, it all is just like what drama can he get out of it, and
Mhm.
like how much money, which is fine if he just like said that's all he did. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like the way he's taking it is like, oh no, I do really high quality like high end shit, and it's
Mhm.
like no you don't. Like I can respect you more if you just say I just do shit, dude.
Well, he did
I
say
really
on
that's all I
live
do.
TV that he's a propagandist. So
Which I can respect that.
That's true though, but he also thinks he's a journalist though. Even though he says
Mm,
he's not, but he'll say that he is sometimes.
yeah.
So he's just not consistent.
Yeah, that's probably also what I don't like. No, there's like I can go off on a tangent with the oversimplification of like what kind
Mhm.
of Cuban people leave Cuba because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I'm in a weird spot where it's like my family's more not they're like if you look at me I'm pretty I think I could pass pretty well as white, you know, like I'm a pretty
Mhm.
I pass fairly well enough. The thing is that like they try to translate that to like Cuba and it's like I don't think people who look at everything in like the American racist, like
Mhm.
racial system that we have in America, really fully understand the context of like how race is perceived and seen in Cuba,
Mhm.
because it's like it's kind of not the same, but is at the same time. Where it's
Yeah,
like,
I've kind of noticed that with like other
uh,
countries as well. Like,
yeah, because it's like Cuba's like so well mixed together that it's like no one's really like fully like super white, you know. But at the same
mhm.
time, like not everyone's like fully super like dark
Yeah.
either, you know. Like it's kind of weird to say like there's like 50 to 60% like white Cubans or whatever, but at the same
Mhm.
time like 70% to 75% of like the whole population claims some ancestry in Africa, you know.
Mm.
It's like it's not really like a easy one to one, this is like what white people are, these are who the white people are. It's kind of more like socially a
Mm.
thing where it's like the people who see themselves as more well off are more likely to call themselves white or not, you know.
Mm.
Um,
If they're
and
rich, they say they're white.
yeah, more or less, more than likely, yeah. For the most part, more like if they have a better standing with the government, they'll more than likely have a
I see.
more reasonable understanding that they see themselves as white more than black. I think is how we're gonna put that, right? Um, and it kind of puts me in a weird spot because it's like my family's kind of like weird in the sense that they don't really see themselves as very well off, and they don't really see themselves as like, I guess, white. They kind of see themselves as like
Mhm.
a mixture, like a mixed group.
I got you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And like if you were to look at them, you'll be like, ah, those look like for like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about my grandpa, but like definitely like my grandma, you'll be like, that's definitely like a white woman. It's like, yeah, like probably. But
Mm-hmm.
she's the one that has like indigenous blood, like people who are actually like indigenous to Cuba. She has like that kind of ancestry, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Because she sees herself more as like a mixed person instead of
Mm-hmm.
as like a white person. And it's just weird whenever like they talk about like, oh, the people who left Cuba were the rich white people, and it's like that's not fully the case. I mean, yeah, a good amount of the rich white people did leave, but that's not everyone that left. Like the reason my like dad's family left Cuba was because my grandpa didn't like the fact that they were going to force my dad, who was like 13 at the time, to join the military,
Mm.
and because he had a like disagreement with the communist government, right? They were
Yeah.
like, "Ooh, boy, you're gonna have to be put in political prison for that one." So my grandpa
Sorry,
got put in
buddy.
political prison.
You gotta
Yeah.
go.
And the way political prison works is that if one of your family members gets put in political prison, the rest of them are supposed to like as well.
Oh,
So
jeez.
my
Yeah.
dad left. My dad left like
Mm.
with my grandma because they were just trying to escape like getting forced into a political camp for
Yeah,
an
yeah.
opinion that my grandpa had.
Dude, that sucks. Like, I can't even
Yeah.
imagine living in there. Like, in a
Oh yeah, no.
situation like that. Yeah,
Yeah, my dad said it was
after
like.
closing thoughts on the Cuba thing. We're gonna move on to Vosh, on the Vosh
Uh,
situation. I want to talk about that. Mm.
um, just like
Yeah.
I don't know, just the general of
Mm-hmm.
I think the oversimplification of like how they see like the people who leave Cuba is like it's
Yeah.
not easy because like to kind of get over all of like what are some of the reasons people leave Cuba. It's more nuanced than just that. Like trust me, it's not.
Oh yeah, I
Trust me,
totally
most of the
believe
people that
that.
leave there, like my family, like both sides of my family left Cuba. Like they both didn't really want to, but they were both like forced to in different aspects. Like all four of my grandparents were forced to leave for like way differing reasons. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
No, I totally
like
believe like that. That totally
so to
makes
like sum
sense.
it down to like everyone leaves because they're rich and white is like I don't know. I don't know if that's like really fair
Classic
to
Vosh.
fully
Not
say.
Vosh. Classic
Yeah,
Hassan moment.
yeah, yeah. Classic Hassan
Dude,
moment. It's
he
like
really has
there's
like no tact. That he really has no tact. He's just like
yeah.
no subtlety,
I, I will
no,
say I
just
probably won't
angry.
be staying for too long.
Oh, that's
Sadly,
all good.
my charger's not working. It's at like 13%, so I have like a solid. It says 19 minutes.
Okay, then we'll get to we'll do 19 minutes of stuff and we'll wrap it off
Yeah,
when you have like
yeah.
3% battery. Yeah, what about the Vosh leaks? What do you think of that? Vosh's
Um,
his corn folder leaked live.
dude, it's kind of weird. I expected this to happen. I feel like I'm strange for saying that, but it is kind of true. But
No, I
like,
believe. Yeah, I don't think you're too
yeah, like
strange. I think that's.
with how often he was bringing up like pedophilia
Mm-hmm.
is bad, but child porn, if we subsidize that, put it for the government.
Yeah, yeah. We need to get the tax
Could
dollars.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, what?
Yes, he really didn't. He didn't need to do them. That he did that all to himself, regardless of like
Yeah,
how valid anything else or whatever is. Like he really didn't need to ever. He didn't need to go there, and yet he did.
yeah.
You know, and
And
it's
you know
it's
what?
and he hasn't done. He
That's
hasn't done a good job of dissuading people.
no, not at all.
Dude, what about the horse
I
stuff
I'm
though? That's crazy.
dude, I'm scared of saying anything. Honestly, it's crazy how big my overlap is with like people who are furries.
Yeah.
I'm just I feel like if I say something, I'm scared of losing the base.
Yeah, you can't lose the furry base. Is it because
I
of your
can't lose.
like characters like a bunny?
Yeah, dude. I that's 100% it. That's like
It's-
1000% it. I'm pretty sure,
You
and I'm
can't
like, I
you
don't
can't
mind.
lose the
Like,
horse lovers.
I can't, bro. I, I'm poke fun. I poke fun, but like, because like I actually don't mind that my audience is like furries or whatever. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
whatever. That's whatever you guys do. I'm not. I'll just be upfront. I'm like, I'm not furries, and it's
Yeah.
I don't understand it fully, but like, I'm
Mhm.
scared in the sense of like, I don't want to open that can of worms to see like what my audience actually is like.
You don't want to find out the vicious side of the horse people.
Yeah, I'm like, please, I'm just trying to make it through, man. Please be nice to me.
You lose like 500 subscribers.
Dude, the Christian video got me losing like 4 or 5.
Really? Because
Dude, it was.
Because
I don't know.
Why? Yeah. Maybe
I
it might
was
have been
confused,
just
maybe
the
the vomiting.
Yeah, the puking probably. What
Yeah,
did people say
that's
anything
what
before they unsubscribed?
No one said anything. They just kind of like it was like a weird exodus. But then again, I lost like 5, but I gained like I think 30 something. So it all
dude,
just came
that's
back
totally
to, like,
worth it then. Yeah, and you want to
yeah,
purge audience of people who don't want to watch your videos anyways. It's better to have someone who's more like someone who likes that and would like people who like I think like live action stuff probably don't have a problem when you transfer to animation. But it's like animation to live action is kind of difficult, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a solid group of people who think that live action stuff is a little bit more low effort.
Yeah.
And to me, I don't see it that way. I'm just like because like there's a certain idea I have for like a podcast or whatever. Kind of a podcast. I don't know how it all fit how it all works together really. I still have to figure out how to like define it to better pitch it to probably someone. Who's probably a lot more intelligent than me on how to actually do this. But
okay, let's hear it.
I have this idea for it, and I realize like, man, I don't show my face enough, and this kind of does require me to show my face. This requires me to be like more of a physical actor, you know. And I'm like, I can't. I don't want to like learn that while I'm doing something like that's more of a passion project. So I kind of picked this up just so I can like have that skill set just so I can actually do the thing that I want to do.
Dude, you did a great job with the Christian acting though. I felt it. I felt it.
Yeah, thanks, man. I used to actually do like acting like as a thing for the community.
For the community.
So,
for the community.
Yeah, for the community. Like that's my way of saying I did community theater for money.
That's awesome, man. That's actually that's great. That's definitely a good way to like build a base for that. Yeah. I never really quite got the hang of the acting.
Acting, yeah. It's weird because it was like I got a lot of like acting gigs, honestly, just because I was a man and I had a penis. Which was pretty reason. Yeah, it was about
in what kind of films?
No film. It's like old community theater.
Oh yeah, theater. Okay.
But the reason why is because a lot of like plays and stuff have a lot of like male roles and like
not a lot of girls
in the
or
place,
too many girls, not enough guys.
Not too many girls, not enough guys. Yeah,
oh.
In the place I live, like it's still in the South. You know, I didn't live that far from Florida. You know, but like it's still in the South. So like if you do acting, it's gay, and they have a problem if you're gay, right? So it's yeah. So it was really easy just getting gigs because like I had a penis, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I got one gig where they paid me like
the average guy be like, I have a penis and this is awesome.
Average guy be like, oh man, I need a piss. Oh wait, I got a dick. Awesome.
Women will never understand.
They'll never get it. They'll never get the liberating feeling of pissing outside.
Yeah, no, they don't.
And not worrying about getting it on your clothes
or anything, dude. Like they just don't. They don't understand how. Maybe we don't know. We don't understand how much we're missing out. They know how much pain comes with the other option.
Oh, dude, no. Every time I see my wife go through like her period, I'm like, man, I'm so happy. Like that might be a fucked up thought, but I'm like, oh, dude.
No, I agree.
This is the best time of my goddamn life.
You're like, the gratefulness.
Your suffering has brought me a better appreciation of my penis.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Once a week, I get to feel like I'm just a little more appreciation.
Yeah. They're like, man, I wish I didn't have these. I'm like, man, I'll never experience what you're having. And I feel for you, but like also at the same time, life is pretty great right now, you know? Like, I know you're suffering, but like life is doing pretty good
Yeah,
for me, you know?
I'm here. I'm just watching. You know.
Yeah. I'm just like Jay chilling.
Yeah. I mean, like, is there anything I can do to help? No. Cool.
No. How to win like good points with any girl, just period. I know how to make like what is it called? Microwavable warmers, you know? Like warming pouches for their stomach for whenever they cramp.
Oh. Is that like that's good? I guess it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like
I will say
microwave time.
Yeah. I will say that my computer is like not giving me the time anymore. So if I disappear, that's why.
I'll give you I'll pretend like you're here and I'll give you a good goodbye when you disconnect.
I'll probably just have to switch over to my phone, really.
Oh, that's all good.
We'll see the switch up on the quality there.
Yeah. Well, we can keep going if your phone quality is okay and you're chill with that. If not, we can end it. It's all good.
Yeah. I'm chill with like my phone quality, really. But it just means I won't be on the server.
Yeah.
I'll probably just pop in and like finish whatever I was doing here now that I'm like kind of deep into it.
Yeah. All good.
Oh yeah, no. Dude, my PC is going crazy right now.
It's on its last legs. It's like,
dude, it's crying to me. It's like, please be nicer to me. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm in a weird relationship with my phone right now. Do you ever like lose something in your car and you're just like, hey bud, I'm still here?
No, I've never.
No, never had that experience.
Like a lot. No, I've dropped stuff into the crack and knowing I'll never get it again, but it's not lost. It's just like it's never gonna be in my grasp.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know where I put my phone. That's crazy.
Oh, you actually lost the phone, dude.
Nah, I got this. Dude. That's rough for me too, because oh man. I really thought I put it like right here or something. Dude. No way. Alright. Dude, what was I talking about?
I don't even remember. Phone, Vosh, Hassan, Cuba.
Vosh, the horse, the horse
Furries.
fucker. I remember.
Yeah.
Vosh, the horse lover. It's crazy. He shares the same name as a Greek.
Lover of horses.
Was it Greek or Roman emperor?
Really?
Because that guy liked to watch horses fuck.
Really? Holy crap! It's all coming together. That is kind of nuts.
All coming together. He is a Roman emperor, really.
Like like that guy who made the horses like Emperor Nero or whatever. Do you think that's the connection?
Yeah.
Do you think Vosh was like, I learned about this guy and was like, I want to be him?
I would be him so bad.
I wonder.
God, because he owned one too many slaves.
Vosh? Or Vosh?
No, the emperor.
Nero?
Yeah, Nero. The
Nero
one that likes
crazy.
horses fuck.
Nero made his I don't know if Nero he made a horse his like governor general though or something like that. Like his commanding officer.
And he also watched that horse fuck all the time.
Are you on your phone right now?
No, dude, I'm trying to find it still. I'm like,
all right.
I'm scared now. I'm like,
you said you don't know where it is. Maybe you're like sitting on it. That's usually what happens.
That's what I thought too, dude. I'm probably hearing me like make noises everywhere.
Vosh saw Mr. Hands and was like, write that down. That's true.
Yeah,
dude, Vosh was taking notes. Oh man. It's so gross, but it's kind of really funny though, like the horse thing.
Yeah.
I like that, because he it's so awful too. It's like cuz it's like the contents of his like folder or whatever. It's like AI anime porn or whatever, and then he's like on stream, he's like
getting mad about the fact that it's AI porn.
Yeah, why couldn't you pay a pedophile to draw that for me?
Oh my god, you use AI, dude. Fucking You should have paid the pedophile.
Dude, you know what? At least he's standing up for his like ethical, whatever, you know, his like stance on it's ethically made, or maybe
It's
not
ethically
because he didn't
made.
hire an artist. I
I'm
don't
not
know.
giving money to pedophiles.
Yeah, I'm just giving it to just the AI machine. What do you think of AI art? Do you think it's gonna ruin society?
I have a weird take
All
on that
art?
where it's like, I have a weird take where it's like it kind of allows other people to show their artistic expression. I'm like interested in like
Mm-hmm.
if it's gonna be good or not though, because it's like I could say that all I want, but like how long until like it ruins society?
I think
You know
I
what I
agree. I agree, but I don't think it's going to ruin society. I think AI is going to make like tools like Blender more powerful. I don't think it's like it's going to be it's AI is the step from that is going to bridge the gap between like the uncanny valley and shit.
Yeah.
That's what I think it's going to happen because it's like you'll see AI videos
I
and some of it
definitely
looks
think that, like-
real. But there's not a
Yeah.
lot of manipulation that you can do. So someone's gonna hook. They've already done it, kind of like they hook that shit into Blender, and then you'll be able to make a 3D character, and then use AI to make it even more real or something like that. You know, or AI
Yeah.
to fill in the gaps, and you know you don't have to like do
What
as
I
much
definitely think
modeling.
what I think AI definitely will do is like, you know, like the liminal space thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that shit's gonna pop the fuck off with AI, because like I feel like AI can get that shit down pretty good.
I feel like most of it is made with AI these days. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a
because it has to be like stuff. The thing that makes like liminal spaces work, right, is the feeling of like all of those are familiar, and since AI can only ever build off of what's already familiar,
mm-hmm.
you know.
Oh, that's kind of
Yeah.
true. Yeah, it is weird. I wish they would just pay the people they're stealing all their art. You know, like they get all the reference. No, I guess not. I don't know if it's stealing or not, but they get all the reference for those pictures and whatnot. It's like, why don't you pay someone to do that? You, like pay for
Yeah.
your reference of it. You know, it's like, why
Yeah.
can't we have AI generated music? It's because the music industry is so lock and key with all of the music rights and the songs that AI music has not been able to take off because the copyright is so effectively controlled.
So I'm gonna dox myself on your
Oh,
Discord. Can you call that number?
the phone number?
Yeah.
Did you send me a phone number?
Oh wait, I don't know my phone number. That's right. I got a new phone. Yo, you want to hear how I broke my last phone though?
Sure, sure.
So
Oh yeah, dude,
I
you
do
were
box-
actually fucked if you can't find your phone in your car. Holy crap.
Dude, you have no idea. I'm like, someone like come in, steal it, and like I did not notice. It's completely possible.
Dude, you just need your mom to send you another text.
Yeah, I'm like, mommy, please, mommy, please.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm fucked, man.
Have you
My
checked
wife's
the
gonna-
crack in your car seat or something? The
Yeah, I did.
floor? Is it on the floor? It's not on the floor? Like check your pocket. It might be there.
I'm doing like the best yogi ever in my entire life, man. I feel like a yoga master by this point.
You're like folding in half, twisting around the car, trying to find like.
Oh yeah, you have no idea, dude.
You don't know your phone
but
number?
no, I don't know my phone number. Like, okay, so this is what happened, right?
Actually, like
Like,
me
not
either
that long-
until for a little while recently.
I was doing boxing because I used to box when I was a kid. So we have this like punching bag in
Oh, that's fun.
my house, and I did a like hook so fucking hard that the bag unhinged itself from the like thing that was holding on the bag, right? And the bag kind
Oh.
of flew over and fell on top of my fucking phone and obliterated it into like a million
What?
pieces. And I was just like, oh, fuck!
Dude, that is actually a wild way. What a story that phone has to like as a way to go out. You punch the bench.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like super. That's like epic Chad energy right there. You punch the bag so hard it goes flying.
It's so
on your
hard that it
phone.
flies off.
Dude.
That's what everyone said, but I was like, dude, while it was happening, I wish it would have been cooler. You know? Like, I wish it was like, it flew like 30, 40 feet in the air. No, it flew a good distance, but like, because it was like a 100-pound bag? Because if you ever punch a 100-pound
you
bag...
punched a 100-pound bag, even 1 foot, that's insane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if you ever actually, like, get pretty deep into, like, martial arts and boxing, you'll realize, like, how light a 100-pound bag is to punch, really.
Oh, okay.
You'll realize like how much it actually really moves around.
Hmm.
It was like a 300, 400 pound bag. Like, yeah, you'll have a better reasoning for that. But like, because I do these drills where it's like 5 minutes on fast and then 5 minutes on power.
Mm.
It's like an endurance drill. Dude. Oh, dude, I am so fucked. My wife is gonna fucking kill me.
It's somewhere in there. At least once you get home, you'll be able to call, right? You'll be able to call the.
Yeah.
Imagine it
But-
dies, like the battery dies.
I'm gonna cry. You got no idea. Because the battery there's a good chance that battery's gonna die because I have it as hotspot right now.
Oh no. Well, I mean,
hate how,
it's
like, first-
only it's a car. You'll find it. It's a small amount of space. It's not gonna
It's
stay
like a
hidden
finite
forever.
space, right? You know?
How does that happen?
Dude, I'm surprised.
I'm too.
In fairness,
Actually,
it's a fairly sizable car because we have to keep this in mind. I'm 6 feet tall, so I can't be like doing work in like a car that's really small.
that's true. That's true.
So I have to like try to like jerry fit myself into like a at least sizable car so I can actually move my arms around comfortably.
Mm-hmm. I feel you there.
But dude,
New text message from plus
Yo.
151680007.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Ah, okay. I don't think. I don't think. I don't think. Okay, wait. Mute yourself. Mute yourself.
Wait,
Mute
wait,
yourself. Mute. I can go back and cut that out if I need be.
Dude, the new
But-
docs is just released. That's awesome.
New pat.
Whoever decided to text me out of nowhere,
It
you're so fucked.
did it
They're
just
gonna be like, why are so many people texting me? I'm like,
And
oh, dude, I don't know. Like,
the new docs it just got easier. It's like an ad. It just got
new docs
easier.
released.
Oh man, that's funny.
Bro, no way, dude.
Did it help you find your phone or
Legitimately
not?
No.
Is it in like is it on the dash? Like it's probably somewhere really obvious, right?
That's what I thought.
What color is
That's
your
where I
phone
put it.
case?
Oh, dude, it's black, and everything here is black.
Oh, that's the worst combo, dude.
I'm sorry. I like how sleek the color black looks. I'm so sorry.
Dude, that's
I-
like one thing my father always complains about. It's like he hates that everything's black, so you can't find anything ever. It's like the phone is black, the bag is black, the other bag is black, the car is black, and he's like tries to get something from his like company work that he can use that's not black, and it's just like it's all black. Dude, it's almost like he has like a problem with the color black. He does have a problem with the color black. It doesn't translate to other things though. Well, he's searching for the he's searching for the phone in the car. Dude, it's so scuffed that I always thought Gokinaru had a scuffed setup, and like last time the last stream where he's on like a trash can, but I think Koi might have topped that by like using like McDonald's like outside of Starbucks parking lot in the car, loses the phone on dying laptop. Like I think that's crazy. I think that might be the best. That might be the most scuffed guest we've had on yet. This is awesome. Yeah, he's got to find it though. That's crazy. I think his laptop died. But in the meantime, do you guys have any questions? Do you have anything? I'm now able to discuss other topics, recent things. I guess the most recent thing that's happened. I don't know if I really want to talk about it though. I think it's a little too soon. So I'm not gonna talk about it. Oh, we found lava. But yeah, plans for the channel. I I submitted. Here's a thing that any people might not be aware of, but I submitted a recut of the Peterson video to the Andrew Callahan, Andrew Callahan Channel 5 YouTube channel contest, a recut of the Peterson video, and if I'm lucky, I'll hear back from him. Maybe I'll make it into the top 10, and that means that I could make some, like, it'll be on his channel if I make it into the top 10. But if it doesn't make it into the top 10 and doesn't get picked, that's okay, because it'll be reposted on the channel for people to watch it, because I know only like 200 people watched the OG Peterson video. This recut is like a whole different, it's like a whole different vibe almost. Like the tone, the pacing, it's like superior. And now that there are people who watch this channel, I actually think that it might go viral all on its own, which is, I'm chill with that. I'm cool with that happening. I'd love that to happen. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. There's also an animation I've been working on, and I just need to finish that. That'll probably be, I think, the next thing that I'm focusing on, as well as another Minecraft talking video that's got postponed because Tins was working on it, but he got sick with the flu, so it got postponed, which is fine, you know, like, not a big deal. It'll be out when it's out. And then there's another video actually about PewDiePie that I have in the works, sort of, very, very minorly in the works, but I think that one might be just a fun kind of like thought experiment. And then there's I made that video about Giguk. Is there a slime right here? Lo and behold, they just immediately, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh no, no, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. Come on, come here. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. The Giguk video. I posted it, right, and I thought there was a bit of similarity, enough that I thought he watched the video, and then I was told by other people, it's like, no, he actually reviewed this already before that video came out. Go watch that one. And doing that actually made me more convinced that Giguk, like, took a lot of the points in the presentation from Scamboli's video, because his original review of it was totally different. Very, well, not 100% different, but very different. What am I saying? It was very, very different, not at all reminiscent of Scamboli's review. So I found that to be kind of interesting. And then I got another comment, and that just like confirmed. Basically, I got more confirmed that, oh, diamonds! Dude, we found diamonds on stream. I got more convinced that he did actually explicitly watch the video and then take points from it and basically remade Scamboli's review. Then I was told that apparently there's another anime that he reviewed that's even more derivative of Scamboli's reviews, and I have yet to check it out, but I'm gonna look into that, and then if there's more correlations, I'm gonna start actually investigating Giguk to see if there's a bigger pattern of behavior here that I'm not aware of. Oh, I got messages. I didn't realize. Nope, I think his phone definitely died, and so did his computer. I'm gonna keep talking because I got some more to say for a little bit, but then I'll be heading off. I think if he doesn't show up in, I'm gonna say 15 minutes. If he ain't back in 15 minutes, then we're switching. We're switching up. We're ending the stream. That's what I mean. That's what I mean by switching up. It's over. We're done. But yeah, this was really fun. Go check out his channel. There's a link in the description of this stream right now. Go check it out. Give him a subscribe. If we can get 1 or 2 more people, bump him up, get him to 1K. If we could get him to 1K, that'd be amazing. I think he totally deserves it. This dude works so hard. Such a hard worker. He's so hard. But he's a very hard worker. Very much. I feel like his efforts should be rewarded. Like I have tried to do animations in the past, including the project I'm currently working on, or sort of working on, and it is the heck. It is so difficult. This is weird. It is a very, it's not actually technically difficult. It's sort of hard to draw a good drawing, but it's hard to put out a drawing what the heck? Well, that's cool. It is very difficult to draw a full animation, finish it, like couple of minute animation. Like it's just so much like time has to be invested. regardless of how like hard it is to do them, because there's like, you know, different levels of whatever, but like it is very, very, very long process. The coloring, the drawing, all the whole thing. Any holy shit, I am that. I'm gonna cover that up. That's scaring me. And so I like to see a fellow YouTuber, especially a small YouTuber, get the respect on his name, and you know, he's very busy, so I was like really trying to make this YouTube thing work. So, you know, I got nothing but respect for that work ethic. There we go. So I want to so the idea with this animation thing that I'm working on is once I want to record the rest of the finishing touches, basically, of not finish. There's a little bit more than finishing touches needed, but I want to record myself finishing the video. Then I'm going to turn that into like a behind the scenes kind of like, you know, type like, this is how we made this video. And then at the end, I want to try and see if I can get like a bit of a team of people together to just make some sort of animation thing. Like, I think it'd be fun to have like a group of people who, you know, are all interested in drawing and animation, just working. Like, I can't, obviously I don't have the money to pay people, so it would just be with like their free time or whatever, but I'd think of it more as like a learning opportunity and like a way to build your portfolio, maybe, if you really want to be like an animator or whatever. Because it would be like, you know, low standards. I don't really care. Like, animation quality is not as important to me as like the actual like how much we are able to like produce. So it would just be like anyone who wants to can do a cut. I would direct, like I'd storyboard out a whole sequence, and then each shot would be given away to different people to work on. Is the kind of how the idea would work. And then they get it done when they get it done, and it's just one shot per person. There could be like maybe up to, like, depending on how long, you know, an animation, it could be thousands of shots, but there wouldn't be thousands of shots for YouTube animation. I'd probably be like a max out at like 100 shots. Obviously I'd do most of the work because I want it to be on my channel, like that kind of thing, but I want to try to promote something like that. I think it would be like a fun community exercise for people to do that, and it would be low effort too. It's not like I'm asking like god tier like anime Jujutsu Kaisen like S tier animation here. I'm not asking for like Disney movie quality here. We're not like OG Disney 2D animation here. We're talking like I will, like, if you have Windows Paint, you're in. if you want to animate with a mouse, a computer mouse, you're in. So that's kind of like the standards. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of like manpower here that people aren't you know, like there's a lot of power in just in people who are willing to just do something cool, even if they don't have the tech. Like, the tech is not that important. A drawing tablet is not that important. The most important thing is just getting people organized and wanting, because there's a lot of people who probably want to work on something. There's just not a lot of people who have the organizational skills to get that started, you know? It's the starting that people always get bothered about. It's nothing to do with the actual like labor, I feel like. I've noticed, at least. Like, in my experience, it's like the one thing I don't like about a project is that, you know, I would have to go and contact a bunch of people and get people on board and convince other people to help. But it's like the actual doing of the project that's actually like, that's fine. It's just the getting started, right? And if you have somebody who's able to get something going and get something started, you're immediately like, the push for that project and the success rate goes way higher if you have one guy who's like organizing it. It doesn't even have to do anything, just to organize it, get the timetables right, tell people what to do. They know what they're doing. Because like, I know 100% as someone who, you know, who works as an editor, having somebody who has the creative, like a director, is actually super important for like productivity and like keeping up. Because like, if you have a guy who already knows the creative thing and, you know, knows what he wants, has the idea, the implementing someone else's idea is so much easier than implementing your own idea. It's actually like coming up with your own thing. Well, I'm glad I came over here. Look at hello there, bro. What the heck, man? That's not fair. But it is crazy, like the difference that makes, you know. Okay, here we go. And maybe I should advance a little bit. Dude, we found so many diamonds this stream. 13 diamonds. Imagine I die in the lava right now. Yeah, that's looking more and more likely by the second. Jeez, what's up there? Oh, the whole something. Yeah, I'm a huge animation fan. It's something I'd like to be able to bridge my channel into, like, eventually. Because there's, like, totally a thing, like, we were talking earlier about, whoa, what the hell? Okay, we were talking earlier about, okay, hold up. I didn't realize. I was not aware of this. We were talking earlier about, like, you know, YouTubers with lots of money and why they don't do anything. But, like, I'm saying, like, if I had, like, a 20K that I could just get rid of, like I can lose 20K a week and not care, you know, like, you know what I would do? I'd fucking use it. I would take that 20K. I'd find, like, I wouldn't even, I would make something myself, first of all. But, like, if I was busy with my other projects, because I would be, I'm busy running, like, something that makes money, clearly. You know what I'd do? I would find a guy who you know, like someone like Coy Key, and I would be like, hey, you want to, what's some project that you've been wanting to make but no one will give you money to do, you know, or you can't afford it, no one will finance a project like that or whatever, here, and I'll do it. Because it's like, if a like Adult Swim studio can make an animation for 20K, I bet if you gave, like, a YouTube guy 10K, he could make something just as good, or, you know, YouTube standard, and that's, like, more than enough, you know? Like, let's make more art. That's cool. I'm all for that. That's a cool thing, in my opinion, that I want to propagate. All right, well, it looks like... Oh, he's back. Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't see your message. Hello. You found your phone? Yo!
Sorry about...
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm so sorry.
You found it. Where was it?
Dude.
Tell us. Where was the phone?
Oh, dude, it was fucking... it was in, like... So there's, like, this part in the... I didn't know we could get in between this place. So, like, you know how, like, there's, like, the pair and, like, the, in between the front side of the door and the back side of the door? So, like, it's a 4-door seater, right?
Oh, yeah,
there's the front area and there's the back area.
Yeah.
It was, like, right in between there, like, really hugging close to the seat. That's why I couldn't feel it.
Oh, weird. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was having to, like, jam my hand in there, and there was, like, no way my sausage fingers weren't going to get through. So I was just like, I had to, like, find something, like, shimmy it out, you know?
That's awesome.
Hopefully the mic quality hasn't dropped too much.
It's actually not bad. So what were you talking? Because I went on, I just tangent about, like, projects I was working on.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I was watching.
Oh, okay, good.
I kept up, don't worry.
You're all up to date. Yeah,
I got you.
Well, for, I guess, closing stuff, is there anything you were particularly, like, eager to discuss, or, like, yeah, mostly that. Like, is there some sort of topic you'd like to cover, or a project you'd like to promote, or, like, talk about, or just, like, an artist you enjoy, or something like that, or, like, what, like, just anything really, like, something like that.
Everyone should watch. What are you guys watching tonight on a Tuesday night? Which is right now. That whatever he makes is absolute gold. It's absolutely beautiful. Any projects that are coming up? So, like, the next video that's coming out will be the end of my first ever cluster post. So, I don't know if we went into, like, how I, like, set up posting.
What's a cluster post?
So, it's kind of strange because I kind of, like, stole this from how, like, TV networks do it sometimes. So, like, you know how, like, certain TV shows would, like, release, like, a bunch of their shows right around the same week and just release a new episode every week, right? I can't really consistently post every week because, like, you know, animation takes so long and writing and everything takes so long, you know. Even with, like, someone who helps me do the sound, which I was able to finally get someone who can help me with sound, awesome. Right? Yeah, I know. Pretty sick. But I figured out that, like, if I just have, like, a month or two where all I do is just, like, stream and keep streaming of me making the project, I can just set out a cluster of posts, which is, like, three videos, and they all kind of center around the same topic, you know?
And they get posted on the same day.
and I post them all like in separated by a week.
Okay,
No.
yeah, I got
Because
you.
for an
Yeah.
animation channel, for like videos to come out every week is like really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Theoretically, if I do it right, like how it's set is like I release basically 3 videos for a week, so that gets me 3 free weeks there where I don't have to like focus on like other stuff, and I can just focus on like the next set of clusters.
Yeah.
It would give me enough free time that like the next cluster won't take like an obscenely long amount of time to actually do.
Oh, okay,
You
that's
know?
good.
Yeah, yeah. So, and it's good in the sense that like if I separate like these videos by clusters, like each of these 3 videos have a shared theme. So if you really
Oh.
like one video, it can help like push out for the other videos
Oh,
too
and
because
you
they
can get really artistic about it too, right?
yeah, and you can just because I don't have the time to like fully invest into like one very long video. Sadly, as small as
Yeah.
my channel is, I can't really do that.
No, that's totally
So I
understandable
have to
though.
kind of like separate it into 3 different ones and try to like see how each one works. And the last video usually. So how I make it work right now is that the last video is like the bigger video, and the reason it's the bigger one is because it's kind of like the conclusion to like my thesis or statement on like a certain topic. I think right now the topic's like lolcows.
Ah, I see.
So
Oh, that explains there's the Chris Chan Locale
mhm.
podcast, and I guess the third one's coming out is gonna be
Yeah,
another
it's gonna be a
locale
bigger
thing.
one. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a lolcow thing. So like with the lolcow podcast, it was kind of more of like the transformation into a lolcow. And then
Mm.
with Chris Chan, it's just someone who's so deep in their own like lolcowdom that they're in their delusion
Mm-hmm.
fully. And the third one's about like what are like the people who we would think would become like lolcows, or like people who exhibit traits that can make them into lolcows if we just really like if I were to
Who
like
can we
amplify
break?
their yeah, like if I were to amplify their like weird or crazy traits that they have, like
Mm-hmm.
they're not that far off from like someone like Chris Chan really.
I see. I got you.
I think the 4 it might be a surprise actually. I was just surprised
Yeah, you
which
know
4
what?
people I
Let's leave
chose.
it as a surprise. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let's leave it as a surprise. But like there, I chose. I'll just say I chose streamers more often than not because
That
like
makes the most
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Like,
Because these types of people who do lolcowdom like will fall themselves into streaming
yeah,
eventually.
because yeah, that is kind of odd how that works. You know, they all all the most
Yeah.
like I guess it's the only way to be successful. Except like Chris Chan kind of doesn't really do streaming, but
No, he does now.
he consistently still. I thought he got banned.
Oh, I think yeah, he did get banned though. But like he was getting into like streaming for a little bit there.
Oh.
He that was like the most consistent posting for Chris Chan was like doing streams and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, I wish
I
Chris
wish
Chan didn't fuck his mom. I really wish he
I
did.
really
Because he was getting to the
yeah
point
now
where he was just respected almost, like for being like that autistic, like and just not
yeah.
like the respect for the fact he hasn't killed himself yet.
Yeah.
Like no
But
matter how
now he
delusional,
fucked his
but
mom.
yeah,
But
yeah. Now
because
he
of
fucked his
that, like
mom has ruined it.
you could say nearly anything about this guy, and like everyone's gonna let it pass.
That's true. Yeah.
That's what I found out. Like you could literally say the most vile, disgusting, most putrid shit, and because he fucked his mom, it's so passable now.
I will say that people are still like, you can't say anything about the transgender stuff though. People still be like, we gotta defend this guy.
Now if you're funny,
It's true.
I,
Not,
I
well, yeah,
like
but
if you go
funny
on
people are.
Twitter, like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you go on Twitter, like or X or whatever the fuck it's called now,
Yeah.
it's not that far to find like actual like super trans accounts, like trans positive accounts, say the most transphobic shit towards Chris Chan,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
it passes because he fucked his mom.
That's true. Yeah. That and I do feel as though like Chris Chan's like reasoning for being trans is a little shoddy. Because I think it's official that he did it to get
Man.
bitches, right?
Yeah, I couldn't fuck him as a man. But
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe.
Since
Maybe
all
I.
lesbians anyways.
Yeah.
I
But
love I don't love that reasoning, but I love that that's what his conclusion was. He was like, I couldn't get bitches with a penis. But if I had a vagina,
that's gonna work.
oh yeah, the stereotypical. Oh yeah, I know all lesbians had an easy time getting laid. Every down, especially because he lives in the South. I'm like, oh yeah, lesbians talk about how easy it is to get bitches.
Do they?
The
In the
notorious
South?
lesbian getting all the bitches.
Is that a thing? I don't think it is.
No, definitely in the South. No,
Hmm.
that's how you get ostracized. That's how you get fucking like. That's how you get
Yeah.
put up in a cross, dude.
Oh,
And I'm
bro.
like, he lived in the South. I feel like you should know that though. But he's also autistic, so like
Yeah, well,
all
I think there is a
autistic and
certain
internet. Yeah,
element of gayness about him, though. But I
yeah,
don't know. They put him on I remember I was watching some sort of documentary, and I think probably Turkey Tom's video, and they put him on drugs
yeah.
so potent that caused like schizophrenia. Those drugs when he was 6,
Oh,
and on
really?
like a huge like a high dose. So like no wonder he ended up fucked up, like beyond just
Yeah.
having autism. This guy
No,
Big Head Joe says, "I
brilliant.
feel as though I am me." What do you mean by this, Big Head Joe?
He's becoming philosophical,
Dude, you
he's
can't
really
be
asking
spitting
the solid
stuff like
questions,
that.
dude. But with the
Hmm.
yeah, like with the cluster post, that's like how I see it. And like the big video, like there will be clips of the previous video to kind of like hammer in my point of like what the overall theme is.
Hmm.
Just because like I think that helps artistically, like when you're making a big point to reiterate like the previous points you've made, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it also helps, I guess, like advertising wise, because it's like like if not a lot of people see the first 2 videos. If a good amount of people see the bigger one at the end, right,
Yeah.
like the last one, like since I have the other 2 videos there, it already shows a little bit of those videos and causes bigger intrigue.
Yeah,
At
there's
least like
that, and then you've got like people love series, right? Like a
yeah,
sequels always do great because people already know they like
yeah,
it, right? So if you've got something that
yeah.
someone is like, oh, I like it in this vein, then they're gonna watch the next one more
Mhm.
likely because they're like, I'm committed to this series now.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is always like they're kind of like miniseries, really, because it's all like 3. There's
Hmm.
there's
Yes,
self-contained 3. I kind of like
I
I kind
think
of
you
just
might
call
be
them like
onto
3
something
videos.
with this format. I
Yeah,
might have to try adopting something similar to that. I like it. I like it.
yeah. Yeah, because like I can't like I used to be able to, but like that was before like a child was like in the equation. So
Hmm.
like whenever like when I was child free, man, and I had like all that free time, dude, I
Hmm.
was like every video every week for
Oh
like a
yeah,
solid 4 or 5 months.
6 days a week
Hmm.
and a child.
Yeah.
How are you alive right now? That is insane.
Dude, it's called having a really solid wife. That's all I can say.
Oh
Like
man.
when you have a good life partner, dude, it helps so
Yeah, oh
much.
yeah. You must,
It
yeah.
helps so much. Yeah.
You're a, you're a lucky guy.
Yeah,
Uh,
dude, I count my blessings every day. I'm
oh,
not
that's
religious, but
good.
I count them still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe in blessings, even though, yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
religious either, but I think that's a real
Yeah.
thing. I think that's a thing that
Yeah.
happens.
Oh, dude, I tell her, I'm like, dude, you're a big blessing to me.
Hmm.
There's no way I could do half the shit I do without that support.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, but like before, like when I didn't have a child and I had like way more free time,
Hmm.
dude, like that's why I said like I don't think I really feel burnout. I think the same way as other people.
Yeah.
Because like I was like posting a video like every week for a solid 4 or 5 months, and those were like animations, and I was Jay chilling, I was fine.
Hmm.
Comparison to
That.
like shit, like the animations weren't great,
Yeah,
but
but like, yeah.
yeah, they were like even the Scoop and Shag one was done in like I think in a week. Like I made
Hmm.
the first Scoop and Shag one in like a week.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Like, if you ever look at like the old catalog of my videos, like every single one of them was made in like a week from each
Yeah,
other.
that's
And
nuts.
then
That is
like,
nuts.
yeah, and they were all like animated. I didn't want to show my face yet, so like I was like, they're
Hmm.
all animated. It was just, yeah. I'm like, if I had like way more free time, I think I would be able to like if I didn't need a job to support a family, like I think I could go back to like still making a video every week for like I would say a solid 3 or 4 years, and I would be fine.
Dude, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like animation. I think is what helps a lot with that because like when I was like younger, like I said like I did an animation channel before, but like when I was like younger, that's kind of like what I always wanted to do. But
Hmm.
when you're like special ed, like they kind of go like maybe more reasonable, do Burger King.
Really?
You
I
could
feel
do
like if I had like an autistic kid and they wanted to do animations, I'd get them fucking drawing immediately. Because I was like, you
Yeah,
think they
no.
can? Anyone can work at Burger King. That's why they work at Burger King. You know, it's like, but you know,
Dude.
it takes a certain kind of autism to properly work an animation channel.
Yeah, but it's like, no, they just didn't
Mhm.
believe that. I think when I was in school, they were just like,
They're like, you ain't got it,
man,
kid. No.
no, they thought I was gonna drop out by like halfway through high school and go into Burger King. That's kind of like that was the
They're really,
expectancy.
dude. Maybe it's like a Burger King like ploy. They're like,
Maybe, dude. Maybe I'm like that's what I'm saying. Like I underachieved so hard, but because like where I was like coming from, like being like in special needs class, I was the best overachiever in the class. Like I felt
Mhm.
so good about being the smartest kid in the class, but then I remember where I was.
Yeah. Oh,
And then
man.
and then this fucking deaf kid came in and he was way smarter than me and it made me so mad.
Oh,
And, like
man.
it made me pissed. I was like, yo, that's unfair. His disability's not even like actually real though. Like
It's not mentally disabled. Come on.
yeah, like come the fuck on, man.
Neither am I, but like.
That's fucked up, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, he wasn't like fully deaf, but he was like hard of hearing, like close to it. I think it was like
Yeah.
slowly like his hearing was slowly like going away.
Oh,
But
shit,
I was like,
that
he could
sucks.
Yeah, like that sucked. But I was real pissed. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck, smartest kid in this bitch. And now I'm like dumb again. Fuck. I was like, I was just like, I can't go back down, man. I'm already at the lowest point
Just like
right
trying
now.
to talk
dude.
to him, you're like, I need this, man. He can't hear you.
I'm like holding it. I need this. And he's like, what? I'm like, damn it. I try to write it, but I'm dyslexic, so I don't think it really translated well to him. There was no way to communicate with him at all.
Dude, that sucks. I get. Did he have lip reading down yet or no?
No, not yet. He was getting close to it, but he got sign language down really well.
Mm.
Like apparently, it started developing like at like a little bit later in like elementary school. So
Huh. Weird.
yeah, so it was like freshly. It was like a fresh thing for him. It was like a new thing.
Oh,
So I think it
that
was pretty depressed
sucks.
about that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Burning
Yeah,
despair
and then
does
I felt like shit because I was so mad.
Yeah.
I was so angry. Because
uncontrollable
like I'm
anger.
I'm in middle school, so like I'm so self-centered by that point. I'm like, fuck you, man. Fuck. Damn it.
Oh man. Yeah, no,
That's
I
what I
get
want.
it though. I get the feeling like that because it's like unfairly being put in a special ed needs class is like that's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was like, no, because I was pretty okay with it because I was the smartest kid, you know. Like that was the only benefit of being there. I felt like like a fucking genius, you know. You're like, you're probably gonna be an astronaut. I'm like, no fucking way. But like, in your perspective, yes.
Did you have a lot of friends? Did you make any friends in the class or?
Oh yeah, I made like a lot of friends in the
Mm.
class. That's why I don't have like that much of reservations of saying like half the shit I do because I'm like, I most of the people that get offended by it, I feel like never talk to people like that ever.
I can say whatever I want. All my friends are in special needs class.
Yeah, you know, I like manipulate them into thinking this is actually how normal people talk, you know. But no, it's like it's kind of true because like it's weird because like they are kind of like mentally impaired, but they're not like clueless completely, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
No,
like
no.
it's so weird because like I used to be friends with this like one down kid, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
he was very well aware of like how much people like walk on eggshells around him, and he's like, you can make fun of me, you know, you could.
Mhm.
You can make fun of me just as much as like any other because like he sees like how guys like make fun of each other, like that's just a normal thing.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
he, like wants to be a part of that or something. That makes sense.
yeah, like he understands that like that's just how some guys
Yeah.
talk. That's
I
just
never
how they
even thought
interact
about
with
that
each other.
too, right? Like, there's like that whole element of like you're just like that part of that element of like life that people don't want to ever like make fun of you, but it's like that's part of
Mhm.
being
Being human, really.
Yeah, it's like or having
Yeah.
an interaction with people is to get mocked, and
Yeah.
like you could totally want
Yeah.
that to happen to you, but then interesting.
Yeah, like it's not like they're like completely clueless, you know. Like they're
Yeah.
mentally like impaired, but they're not like they can. They can't recognize patterns like super well, but they can see like, oh, this guy's getting mocked, but it's okay because they're friends. Maybe I can get mocked and mock people back. You know, that's kind of how
Yeah.
like You know, like how autistic people can sometimes come off as like assholes because they're trying to mock people.
Oh,
It's because
really?
they understand like, oh, mockery is like okay and fine. Yeah, no, dude. Like I've met so many like people who have autism who really struggle because like they are seen as like assholes. But if you actually
Mm.
talk to them, they're just trying to emulate what they see, and they see like, oh, guys mock other guys as friends. Like that's just what friends do with each other, you
Mm.
know. And they try to do that with people, but they don't understand like that's the relationship they build off. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. They start with that
Yeah,
instead of. Yeah.
yeah. Instead of like build into it, you know.
Yeah, oh, dude, imagine being a parent and like it's so hard to like, because I guess with like having an autistic child, it's like hard to you have to explain subtle like stuff they would pick up naturally to them, right?
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
must be
Something that
so
you would pick up
difficult.
naturally, like you have to explain to them like how it works.
And it's
And
like
it's
there's
like, you know,
so much intricacy and like subtlety in like that. It must be
yeah.
so difficult.
Yeah, I just think it's really funny because I definitely think I wasn't supposed to be in there, but like just because of how bad I
Mm-hmm.
was at like I guess like writing and
Mm-hmm.
English in general, that they kind of just like shoved me in there, and they were like, yeah, this fits. But I kind of appreciate it because like I get a better understanding of like how these groups of people, like these groups of
Mm-hmm.
I guess like you know, mentally disabled people, like what their worldview could be sometimes. Like it is like it's so weird. Like they understand and they kind of know that like people are walking around eggshells around them, but
Mm-hmm.
they can't communicate or understand like why they don't feel super happy about that. You know, it's such a
Mm.
like I don't know. Like I'm a very like observational person. That's why like most of the comedy I make is like
Mm.
you know most of it's like like conversations or jokes that I've actually overheard. You know,
Mm.
like that's why I feel like my dialogue is pretty all right, just because like that's kind of like all I listen to with people is like I listen to like dialogue, right?
Yeah.
And it's like just hearing how they just feel like they can't be treated like it's not like they can't be treated but like people, but they can't be treated like they're on an equal footing with someone because of that.
Yeah.
Like this like overprotection of like, oh, overly nice, like they get that that's not real, that's not how they would really act if they were a normal person,
Yeah. Yeah.
so they kind of like feel kind of like dejected and jaded.
Oh,
That and
that.
they love they really love tits. I don't know why, dude. They
Dude, there was
fucking
a whole Shane Gillis thing about that. Is that so? That's
dude, like
totally true.
no, I heard that stand up bit. I heard that. I was fucking like, you know what? I never really thought about it, but yeah, no, those fuckers love honkers, dude. It, how often did one of them like see a really cute girl and it's like, dude, her breath is so fucking nice, and I'm like, we don't say that. We think that very loudly in our head, but don't
Yeah,
mention it.
yeah. Dude, they're actually
Yeah,
just that's what I like autistic people are. They're just like they're subconscious turned
yeah,
conscious.
yeah. They're like the subconscious completely talking, you know.
Yeah.
Like people with like Down syndrome and people with autism, like they if they see someone pretty and they find something attractive about them, they'll lean over to you and go like, dude, her ass is so fat. And I'm like, okay, we don't say that. We keep that in here. We don't say that out
Pause.
here, okay?
Pause.
Like
That's
how often
awesome.
did like one of them like lean over when a cute girl passes by and tells me that, and I'm like, hey man, chill. Calm down a little bit. Like, yeah, I agree, but like let's not see, you
Yeah.
could say that and you won't be looked at too weirdly. Me, on the other hand,
Yeah. No, it's not that they won't be looked at weirdly. It's that the level of looked at weird doesn't change. Right?
yeah,
It's
for me,
just
you know, it will.
well, don't. I don't want those stairs.
Yeah, like, hey, don't say that. Hey, man, like keep that in. I don't want to be walking out with you and then I look like a weirdo, you know?
Yeah, like when you do this, I'm co-signing this when you say things like that.
Yeah. Please just like we keep that inside, okay?
Yeah,
Save the privacy of our car, please.
yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
And I
Wholesome
made
though,
like a
kind
lot
of.
of friends. Yeah, I made them like a lot of friends like that, and also like you know a lot of friends with like I guess the regular people. I don't know what you would call them. I don't like
Normies,
calling them like I'm probably normie. I don't know. I don't like calling them like normal really.
the
Because like
plebs.
they're the plebs. I think like more like I guess average people, the
Yeah,
average
yeah.
people. Yeah, people who aren't afflicted with like severe mental disabilities or strange behavioral issues. Like the people like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I made a good few friends like that. I think that's why I can get like a weird like middle ground of like, oh yeah, I've been in, like special educations like basically my whole life, but also like I act very like I guess like I was never in there, which
Yeah,
really
yeah.
trips people up. It really trips people up whenever they find that out about me. I think it's just funny.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that either. Yeah. It's
Yeah, yeah.
not obvious.
Oh yeah, dude. I had to go to speech therapy for a while too. That was pretty
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
The reasoning was not because of really a speech impediment. They kind of found that out later, but like the
They
reason
just
was because like I came from like Miami to the current state that I'm in now, and I had a very thick like Spanish accent, and they kind of wanted that like gentrified away. You know what I mean?
they're just like,
They're
this
like,
man comes with an accent. He's like, he's got special needs. Get him into speech therapy.
yeah, no, that's why I was in speech therapy. They were like, oh man, he might be like disabled. Put him in speech therapy. But in actuality, I just had like a very thick like Portuguese/Spanish accent because that's like mostly what I spoke back in Miami.
Oh, that's great.
So like I didn't know English that well. So
Oh, that's crazy because you don't sound like someone who at one point didn't know English. You know what I mean? Or like was English
yeah,
second language, right? Like that's crazy.
it was my technically third. It was my third language that I
Whoa.
learned. Yeah, because remember I used to only
Oh
speak
yeah.
in Portuguese, and then I learned Spanish, and then I learned English,
Wow.
which
In
is
that
which
order.
is kind of sad. Yeah, it's kind of a strange order, but like it's kind of sad now because like I don't know Portuguese that well or at all, and I kind of suck at speaking Spanish a little bit now
Oh man.
because
Well,
like
get on that
I
Duolingo.
live in a place where there's like yeah I have to refresh. The good thing is like it's funny because like I think I'm the only person in my like family right now, like if we count in my wife
Mhm.
and both my parents as like my family, right? And, like if we don't
Mhm.
count my brothers at all, like I'm the only one that was born in America because my
Really?
wife is from like Latin America. Yeah,
Oh wow.
my wife is like born from Latin America.
Oh
So I'm
okay.
like, yeah, I'm like the like me and my daughter are like I guess in the immediate family like the only U.S. citizens, which I think is just hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I shouldn't say that they're all U.S. citizens, but like me and her are the only ones like born U.S. citizens.
Mhm. Mhm.
I just find that like I don't know,
They're not
comedic.
illegal
Hold on.
immigrants.
No, they're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. But like
Mhm.
you say that in the South, they just believe that regardless. They go like, oh, foreigners? Nah, they're all illegal. They're all from. They're all not from here, right?
Oh man. Well, at least we don't have that
But,
kind of stigma around here so much.
yeah. Well, I heard
Well, we
that like
kind of do.
Canada's borders. I hear like Canada's borders are like super loose though.
Oh yeah, yeah. We
I'm not
don't.
sure.
We have like we need immigration actually. We get like 20,000 people a year or something like that immigrate to Canada, and we need them because
Mm.
all of our old white people are getting old and white. You know what I mean? And they
Old and
need
white, and they
they
can't do
need
shit.
they need poor people of color to serve them while they're dying. No, that's
Yeah.
not the real reason. The real reason sort of is that actually, but it's like they there are too many old people, and so as the old age out, they need a young, youthful workplace, and all of the old people didn't fuck enough,
Mm.
so there ain't enough of us to replace them. So
Yeah,
we
you
need
got
to
you gotta,
import the youth
bro.
from
You
other
gotta,
countries.
yeah, you gotta get in some Latinos in there. Don't worry, they'll fuck
Mhm.
enough just to keep up your
Yeah, well,
your
that's the
youthful breed,
problem.
dude.
I mean, there's that whole like the whole racist angle of it all. That's the problem. People are like, we
Yeah,
don't want that. We're being replaced. Or
they're being
whatever it
replaced,
is.
but it's like, well, fuck more. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
I know. It's like
no,
easy
these Latin
solution.
Americans are fucking like rabbits,
Yeah,
dude.
easy solution. Stop having kids. I mean, start having
Yeah,
kids. Easy solution. Condom
start having
off
kids.
every time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
They're like, oh man, we're getting replaced. I go like, dude, just do what Latin Americans do.
yeah.
Pretend condoms never existed. Like, pray to
It's just
Jesus. That's what they do. That's their protection,
pray to
bro.
Yeah, I think that actually the real reason is mostly that I think the minority of people who are here, who are the white. Well, they're not minority yet, but they are becoming a minority because they're too rich. Because that's what happens. Poor when you become more like financially, well off, the actual like price of a child, gets higher, and also like your hesitancy at wanting to have one, because having a child, it does like limit you from a lot of opportunities, right? Not that it's like a bad thing to have a child, but it is like, it's like it's a bad thing that that the government makes, the living just makes it so much more difficult to have a child, because you have to think about, you have to pay for this child to exist for 18 years minimum, and nowadays that number goes higher and higher. Most people can't even afford a house these days, so it's like, I'm too busy working. Women, they want careers, and they want they want to do things. It's like, add that to the mix, and it's like, nobody wants a baby yet. Everyone wants a baby when they're like 35 or 40, and it's like by then you can't.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I can believe that, but see, I'm Latino at my core, I'm like,
no,
I'm like, I don't think about that enough,
No, that's how
And
you.
we
I
have
think
such
that's how you do it. That's how I believe. I believe that's how you have to go about it. You can't think about the pros and cons of having a child too much, because you'll never have a child.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like,
Because
at the end of the day,
too many cons, dude.
yeah, if you have a child, if you have a child, and there was a point, and it's gone.
Yeah, I would say this, like, in the outskirts of like having a child, right? Because I've had the experience of like, what it's like before having a child and what it's like after, Like, if you really think about it, at like the time period of when being like 20, 21, having a child, like, it seems like such a like insurmountable like task. Like, it seems like so much responsibility, so much financial baggage, like just so much everything, really. It is. Right, I'm not gonna say like having a child is the easiest fucking thing in the world. It's all fucking like hooey, like, no, it's very expensive. It's a lot of responsibility. But when you have that child, I don't know if you're a man, especially. Well, I shouldn't say if you're a man. Maybe this can apply to every gender, but like especially like I don't know, me as a very masculine man, dude, my brain just was like, I can do fucking anything now. I don't know what goes on in like a man's brain whenever they have a child. They're like, I'm gonna do fucking everything for you, kid. You're gonna see me do fucking everything. He's like.
That's
it's so weird because, like, like, that's also why I can't feel burnout. I go, like, I see my child, I'm like, I'm gonna work 10 times harder.
Oh man,
I see,
that's
like,
awesome.
I see my kid, and I'm like, I'm working like a million times harder just for you, kid.
Oh,
like that's kind of how. And I'm like, you should. I feel like men, especially, like, if you're like a very normal, traditional. I shouldn't say normal, but like regular, traditional, type of man. Having a kid is like the weirdest form of like, well, not weirdest, but like is especially one of the greatest forms of like motivation I've ever like experienced.
Yeah. Like, there's so many lost people these days, but it's like, I guess that is less of an issue because you go back to like the 60s or whatever, and everybody had a kid at like 20, 25 at least.
Yeah,
they had a kid. All these 25-year-olds with no kids, and they're depressed. Well, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe it's because they don't have a thing to support.
Yeah. Like, if you're lost and don't know what to do, as sad as it is to say, because like this is kind of rough. Having a kid can like really, I don't know. It just gives you someone to work for at the end of the day.
And it's like almost like a legacy sort of thing, right? And it's like you have a thing, you have something you want to set up for your future, right? Or for the future, after you die, you have a reason to live.
Yeah. Not like kind of like that. It's like it kind of gives you a purpose, really. Like, you're like, I'm a parent now, and I'm gonna be the best parent I can be. And what that looks like is very different for everyone. Like, some people go like, I'm gonna be financially successful and a good parent because I'm financially successful. I'll show my kid, no matter what obstacles come my way, that I can get through it, so they can get through it too.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, that's why, like, when I had a kid, I was like, this is not really like something that's gonna hinder. Like, it's gonna definitely take up more time. It's a lot more responsibility, and I have like, less time to do stuff. But at the same time, it's like it weirdly like motivates me like so much more knowing that I have her, right? And that I can. I work so much harder because I'm like, I would fucking hate, like how sad would it be for my child to like have a dad who gave up on like doing anything, who gave up on like trying to make something more of like what he wanted to do,
Yeah.
Like, how much of a wet blanket would it be to like have a dad who just gave up on like I guess their dream just to do what menial work that like not even gave it a shot or even tried, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that
Just
was
because like
very inspirational. I feel.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like if you have like a dad who at least tried, you know, like that does so
Yeah.
much more I guess, for you, you know. It shows that it's not impossible. It can be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think I definitely get a lot of inspiration from like my wife and daughter, and I'm like, man, I don't know if there's like this generation that's lost is just lost, or they just don't have someone like not look after them, but like to look for, like look forward to.
Yeah, I think that's part of the lost, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like when people when Nietzsche got rid of God, and the nihilism, all that, like you have to replace God with something, right? And it's just like a lot of people, when you give up families, you have to replace families with something. And it's like right now the rule book for that or the groundwork for that hasn't been laid. Or maybe it shouldn't be, because family's kind of important for the continued production of the human race. But that's an entirely different whatever. Yeah.
I think now what we're seeing is like people who don't have kids like put so much more of themselves in like work. Right, and that's what's causing a lot of like this burnout culture, this like what is it, like stressful work environment culture. It's like now that you have all that energy that you would use for a family, you're putting it towards work, and most of the time like work isn't super like even if you own your own business, it's not like super fulfilling. It's not like as fulfilling as like your family. Like building a good family or having a good family to come home to, like that's baller as fuck, low key. Trust me, as a guy who went home single, fucking sucked, dude. Awful. I hated it. It fucking blew. Like, I hated that shit so hard. Coming home and seeing my wife and daughter, dude, that shit's fire. I just come home and I'm like, hey, honey, are you hungry? I'll cook for you. Like that's awesome, dude.
that's I've never had it. Having a wife and kids is baller as fuck, dude. I've never had it described to me like that before. That's hilarious.
No, it seriously is, because like imagine like you get home, you're alone, right? And you're just like, man, what am I gonna do? Cook for myself? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's so fun. What am I gonna cook? Like fucking ramen noodle for the like 1,000th time?
Yeah. And no,
and then you have a wife and kid. It's like we're having ramen again because we're poor, but like it's awesome.
Dude, that is sick. That's sick as fuck. You're right.
Yeah.
I never even thought of it like that.
I definitely go home happy. Even though I go home happy and then I remember that I have like so much shit that I need to get done. Like I feel like I'm always behind on every project I do.
I think that's like everyone, feels that kind of thing. It's like a universal thing about having a project or something to do.
Yeah. It's getting to a point where I work so much now that like if me and my wife do go on a date, like the last time we went on, like luckily Valentine's Day we actually went on a normal date. But the past few dates, like it's been like work dates. It's been like we both had to go to like a cafe and work. Because that's like that's what I need to get done, and that's she also has a job that it requires her to like be on the laptop and work.
Welcome.
Yeah.
He's the #1 Saplo Patreon supporter. Glitch
Oh,
Time.
sick!
Shout out Glitch Time. Do you have a Patreon?
I have one, yeah, but it's not fully set up yet. I'm trying to figure it out still.
You should get on that. I feel like especially animation people, they get like more patrons. I don't know. I've been really unsuccessful with a Patreon, but like to be fair, I don't feel like I make a lot of stuff that's like Patreon worthy. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I mean like it also requires like me to like. I'm so shit, dude. I'm so like, you've already experienced me like having like the worst ability to like text people back ever. I think.
Oh no, dude, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, I feel like I take so long to like respond to people, which makes me feel bad. But it's the same with like other content. I try to do Twitter for a little bit, did not work out because I'm like, man, I can't focus on like trying to get all these things, all these photos, and like get people like hyped up for the next video because I'm like I'm in grind mode, dude. I'm like,
oh yeah,
I literally get home, take my shoes off, cook for my wife and kid, and well, not my kid yet, but like eventually it's gonna be my kid when she gets a little older. But I cook for my wife when I get home. Eventually, I get to work, and that's all I do until like I have to like crash and go to bed, and then I wake up just to go to work in the morning, like my actual job, just
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to get out and do all that shit, like that whole rigmarole all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why. I do it with like a little bit of stress in my eyes, but like a definite wide smile for sure.
No, man, that's a great like way to tackle it because
Yeah.
it's very admirable. Number one and only skull emoji. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have 2 patrons. One of them is a guy I
Mhm.
know in real life who owes me money. I was like, dude, you gotta
This
pay
is
off
what-
this like
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 I gave him like $2,000. He's
$12.
almost done doing it.
Yeah. He's got to pay off my $12 sandwich at tier 1, which is like $1. So 12 months of
Yeah.
patrons pledge is what I said.
Nice. Nice. That's
See,
sick as fuck though.
I gotta make it look like there's people who are more people, you know. But glitch time,
Yeah.
glitch time number 1 for real.
I met this like I saw this like one YouTuber, this one animation YouTuber. I kind of keep up with. I don't know if that makes me a little crazy, but I keep up with like smaller animation YouTubers.
Oh no, that's good. That's a good
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's crazy that people
I
don't.
try to see like, yeah, I just try to see like what they do, and if what they do is like successful, if I could replicate
yeah.
it, you know, because I'm not gonna lie, I do semi copy a little bit. I'm not gonna.
Mhm.
I'm
No,
no
it's fine.
saint. I copy a little. I
Oh,
try
no,
to see
you-
what works for me.
It's just called learning, dude. That's how
Yeah,
babies
yeah.
learn things. This is how anyone learns anything. It's totally chill.
Yeah, yeah. But I look into like small YouTubers, small like animation YouTubers. I see how
Mhm.
their Patreon goes, and it's like they definitely do get a little bit more, but not as much as you would think,
Mhm.
really. I think it all depends on like what kind of animation it does. I see that people who do like more, what would be the word? What I do basically, which is like
Mhm.
the old style of Newgrounds, where it's like a concept of parodies, like, or like you do
Yeah.
people, like, you know, somewhere around like the genre of like Meat Canyon and like Oni
Yeah.
Plays and Flash Kits and all those types of people, right? Like people who like startup YouTubers who do stuff like that definitely get a little bit more on Patreon,
Mhm.
but animation YouTubers who do story time don't get as much, really.
Oh yeah.
And I
Well,
think
story time's kind of like a semi.
it's dying.
It's dying and unrespected too.
Yeah, it's a semi-dying one right now. I don't know, because
That's
like some
okay, though.
people do well with the
Like
what is it, the fucking story
the O
stuff.
the OG people do it, like the
Yeah.
guys who started the genre basically. But besides
Yeah, like
that,
like Data Animation and the Odd
Mhm.
Ones Out, but they're balling in money, and I'm like, why?
yeah.
I'm low key sad because I'm low key sad that like the Odd Ones Out like show that he made in fucking Netflix wasn't as
Oh.
good as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, no, that was not great. It was very
That
mid.
was like the
How is it?
yeah,
How
that
do you
was
make
like-
something so mid? Like,
I don't know. I feel like as a YouTuber, it's like I don't know. I feel like there would be that level of stress of like I have to make good shit, dude. I have to
yeah.
like, and
Does that
like
ruin it?
I don't know why he.
Like, I think it's because he probably it's like a kid's thing, right? And to win
Yeah.
a pitch, you kind of have to like market some sort of thing that's already looks like stuff that already exists, you know?
Mhm.
And then it's like there's probably a lot of red tape that we just don't know about.
Oh yeah, no,
Something
there's
like that.
definitely. I listened to like so many podcasts about like the red tape that happened with like Smiling Friends, and I
Mhm.
also
Oh yeah, like the vaping part or something. Like
yeah,
they tried
yeah,
to get
you
a
couldn't
vape. Yeah, and they're like,
yeah,
no,
they were
you
like
can't.
you can't do that.
That's so
Yeah.
stupid that you can't put
Yeah.
vaping on TV. That's like so.
Dude. Especially because it's an adult show. It's like what the fuck? Who the
Yeah.
fuck?
And they
Who the fuck is watching, dude?
they can like, and then also there's like the people, the fucking cigarette
After,
smoking and all the anime they'll
yeah.
play on TV. Like what the hell?
Yeah, like they replaced that with like lollipops or some shit. Like
Well, they used to back when
oh,
they had tighter restrictions, but then they put it on Adult Swim. Like they have all of Cowboy Bebop doesn't have that shit in it, and yet that has like everybody smokes in that. They smoke and they drink.
Yeah.
It's like
And
why is that okay?
it's so wild. Yeah, it's like I think there's just so much red tape, and I think they're a lot more strict on like
Mhm.
YouTubers than they are like people who are
Yeah,
actually in the
probably,
industry,
Yeah, I believe
because they're
that.
more like they probably don't have like someone who's like well endowed in the industry to like make these conversations and negotiations with these people, so they're kind of like doing it themselves for the most part.
Mhm.
They're a mix of doing it themselves or get someone who can help them with it.
Yeah.
So it's like a more like fucked up game of telephone versus
Yeah.
like someone who's like actually in the industry and they have people who like negotiate with these people and have good terms with these people, you know?
That's true. Yeah. It's like you're not
Yeah.
really in with the in, you know.
Yeah, and that's why I'm probably like just disappointed at like the fact that the Odd Ones Out like show didn't really
Yeah.
it really didn't go the way I thought it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw the advertisement actually. I was just like, oh, that's a wet blanket of a show, but hopefully, you know, he turns it around. But no, it was a wet blanket the whole way through.
Yeah. Man, it is
That's-
sad though. It's like because you know, Smiley Friends is so good. So
Yeah.
it's like, why is this not why is not why I don't get why
Well-
there's not more good things. Or then you can also say why is it that there's not more bad things out there? You know, like.
I don't know. I think nowadays, like if we're getting like YouTube animation on like TV or whatever,
Mhm.
it's like I don't know if this is just like this could be seen as rude, especially because I'm an animator.
Mhm.
I don't think it's a bad show. I think it's a pretty good show, but it is kind of like a consistent feeling on like every show I've seen so far that's from YouTube,
Mhm.
like Digital Circus, Has Been Hotel, or
Oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
what's the other one? What's
Is it a murder drones or something like that?
I don't know, fucking like the other one made by the same like animator.
yeah, the other Has Been Hotel.
The other one that's like it's in the same world as Has Been Hotel. I
Yeah.
don't know why I watched it. I think it was until I watched like Digital Circus. I was like, man, these all just feel like the same.
Well, they feel
It's the
really
same, like-
cringe. Like really
Yeah.
cringe. Like I just get
Yeah.
that I get when I see things like this, I go, there's like furries working at these animation places.
Yeah.
That it's made by
Yeah.
furries, gay furries. Not
Yeah.
that straight furries would make a different product, it'd be the same, but everyone
Yeah.
would anyhow. It's just like it's just made by, you know, a lot of gay furries, and that's fine,
Yeah.
but it's like why is
That's
that the
fine.
art that gets 50 million views and not like I don't know.
Why do you think my guy's a rabbit? Why do you think my guy's a rabbit?
Trying to capitalize.
Look, I know my audience. I know my audience, and you know,
Yeah.
I fucks with the gay furries. And don't get me wrong, I fucks with your show, but it is kind of now becoming like I've seen it so often. I've seen it. I've seen the same story beat, the same like feeling
Yeah.
over and over again. That I'm just like, oh, dude, I'm over it.
Yeah.
And so, like-
it's not something I was able to properly get into. Hell of a Boss. That's what it was called. I
Hell
watched
of
a
a
lot
Boss.
of that show, and like I like Brandon Rogers. He's like he's a weird
Yeah.
guy, edgy dude.
Yeah.
I like it. He's funny sometimes, but that show is like really not good. Like it's the animation is good, except it's furry, so it's like it's good to how much I can really stand looking at furries, you know.
Yeah.
It's like Tarantino when he puts feet in his movies. You just kind of have to accept it, I guess. But like, I like
Yeah.
Tarantino more because he doesn't put feet for the whole movie.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. It's just that like weird. It's like it's so meta ironic funny, right? Or meta ironic joke
Mhm.
that it becomes kind of like, okay, I've seen this a million times. This is just like low key cringe,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Like not being rude to anyone who enjoys that, but low key kind of am because like it is kind of low key like cringe. I
yeah.
don't know how else to
I don't
describe
know.
it. It's just like
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bad
'Cause it's
maybe I'm
like-
a bad independent animator.
Hell
Maybe that's
of
just
a
it.
Boss isn't even. It's directed towards adults too. You know, it's like it's edgy.
Yeah.
It's not even for kids.
Yeah,
But
but
it
for
got
some
picked
reason
up
they
by
have like the
network
biggest kid audience
people.
ever.
Well, yeah, it's because kids love furries. Like
Yeah.
children just love fluffy animals. That's the thing. And like I totally get that makes sense why those kinds of shows that are very colorful, very like because it's like it's still like at the end of the day, who watches the most YouTube? Kids. What is
Yeah.
the most profitable
Yeah,
demographic? Kids. So no matter
Yeah.
what, no matter how edgy you make your thing, like a lot of OG YouTube, like Annoying Orange or whatever, started off as like an adult making a parody of a kids thing, and then it just becomes
Yeah.
unironically a kids thing because it makes more money.
Yeah. There's definitely I don't know how to like describe like the story, but like the way they tell jokes, the way they do the story, it feels so like okay, I've seen it before. That I'm like I don't feel like it's doing
Yeah.
anything, you know? Like Smiling Friends is like it's so its own thing. Like it's so
Yeah,
like
it really is. It does.
the writing
Doesn't feel
for
like
that,
anything else.
yeah, the writing for that is like there's definitely like because it was made by someone who made old school Newgrounds animation. Like it's definitely gives you that feeling, but it feels like it's so detached from that and just like overall like what happens in TV.
Yeah, yeah.
That it's like it's its own thing. But like these like Hell of a Boss and Digital Circus, it's like I feel like they want to make something like a little bit more, I guess, esoteric is what I'm going to describe it. You know, like something more like, I guess, ecliptic or strange or artistic. And they're like, oh, but we got to also kind of make it, I guess, profitable. You know, we got to make it aimed towards a certain group of people, a certain group of demographics. And it could just be because those people are also like, they have a similar sense of humor. They have like a very, like, you know, because especially because Hell of a Boss and fucking Has Been Hotel, they're like, they're made by like the same creator, you know. So
Yeah.
you know the same style, but like Digital Circus, it's like I think they probably just run similar in like humor, story beats, concepts, you know.
Yeah.
Because
Some of my
as a Beat
friends
Canyon clone,
simp.
I understand.
Some of my friends simp for the show hard. Shows like that. Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you're like. How you're. I don't know, man. It's weird. Like I don't actually know anyone who I know people who watch the show. I don't know anyone who like doesn't think that is kind of cringe. Like I know that
Yeah.
Darkin, who was in here earlier, who watched your Psychic Pebbles thing. He just likes animation. He's an animation fan, so of course he would watch the animation show that's from YouTube, and YouTube guy. So it's like obviously that makes sense, but it's like not all. Like, I don't know a lot of people who are like, yes, I like it, and the furry part is the best part.
Yeah, I like, you know who did like the best animation for it though. You could get on this man's case for spending $50,000
Oh yeah, Verbal
on that
Ace.
animation. Yeah, Vervelays. Fuck, man, that animation was fire though. Maybe not $50,000 fire, but definitely fire. Like I was watching that, I was like, man, so good on that though. Like the animation's so good and
That's a
fluid and
lot,
colorful.
though.
I'm like,
50,000.
yeah,
that's 2 episodes of Smiling Friends. Isn't that kind of
yeah,
crazy?
yeah, dude, no, that's fucking wild.
It doesn't
Like
look like 2 episodes of Smiling Friends, though. I will say that.
yeah, yeah, it's definitely not. But that's because like they got like 2 major like old school animators
That's true.
that are
That's
also
true.
the creators. So like they can
It's
come in and
kinda
fix
hard.
anything if they want.
Wait, it
Yeah.
says Darkin says Has Been Hotel was a 9 out of 10. Needed more swear words and rape scene. Was there a rape scene in it? What? I haven't watched Has Been Hotel. Is it actually good? Are you like joking around,
Dude,
or
did
like
I fly
is it
over
actually
that,
good?
dude? I semi like I got through like episode 3 of Has Been Hotel, and I think I just went like like how you get into like the mental fugue or whatever. Like after you take...
3 rape scenes. 3.
Bro, what?
Lamau 3. I don't get me wrong, but I acknowledge it's cringe. Yeah, there was a rape montage over a pop song.
Whoa!
What the fuck?
You know what?
But was it good though? Was it a well put together show, or was it cringe? Like, I'm curious. Because
I don't know. Like,
I don't know, because
I think I entered a mental fugue state because now they said that, and I'm like, dude, maybe I didn't watch this show because I definitely entered a very deep
episode
mental
was
fugue state
something.
at some point.
Holy crap! Oh, okay.
Okay. So it was one episode.
it
Dude,
was
you know how like if you
one-
like have you ever like...
It's good, but it's so cringe. It is good though. I'm just wondering because
Yeah.
because it's like not just like animation aside. There's like the story writing. Actually, it was cringe, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to lie, but I still liked it. Okay, all right. So I might check it out. I might try watching 1 or 2 episodes because it kind of like I don't know. There is like I want to see what the hype was about because that thing's been in development for years now, right?
Yeah, and people have been going crazy over it.
Could you watch the
No, there's,
pilot, or
like,
did you watch the actual show that's out now?
I watched this show, but apparently I
Oh.
entered a fucking mental fugue state at some point because, like, dude, I fucking... They said that, I was like, I didn't see shit about that, man.
Holy crap, yeah.
Because I remember up to episode 3, and then I know I watched all of it. But I'm gonna be real honest. Anything past episode 3, I'm fucked, dude. I like don't quiz me.
Imagine having the balls though to do a rape
have a
scene. Yeah, a rape
On
montage
Amazon,
over
too.
on Amazon
fucking Amazon
to
too.
use like high quality TV budget money to animate a rape montage over top of a pop song. Is it?
Dude, the boys didn't even get the forced blowjob scene. I don't even think.
Damn.
Yeah, like in the boys comics, like the guy who's like basically Superman or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tells a girl like if she wants to join, she has to suck his cock, and they
Oh,
did.
yeah, that's
They
true.
did
They
that
didn't-
4B.
Did she?
I don't think they did that in the live action
Yeah,
one.
we
no.
didn't get to see her suck his dick, but she did suck his dick.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to see it.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, we didn't get to see it, but they showed like her looking up and crying.
Oh,
You
God.
didn't see his dick, but like they cut up like half to her face and her looking up and crying, and
I
like
do like
her in the middle of it.
find it funny that they give him a redemption arc though. They're like,
I
the
don't
Deep
think
is going
I
on a
think the whole
redemption
point was
arc.
just to be a piece of shit.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a critique or a parody or
Homelander-
whatever, but it's funny.
Yeah.
I like that show.
But,
It's a
like,
good show. Even though
I
it
was
has
like, man,
its moments.
imagine beating the boys in the rape scene.
Yeah.
I want to be on that cutting room floor. I want to be there when they were like, so there's gonna be a rape scene.
Yeah, I wanted
And we're playing
to
it for laughs.
hear like Vivzy Pop's thing. She's like, so it's gonna be a montage. All right, I'm gonna get
Montage
my
of rape.
talented furry animators to do a rape scene. Montage, by the way, over a pop song, rape, and no one said that was like, don't do that. No one was like, maybe that's in a slightly bad taste. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Maybe it's like the greatest scene of all time. Maybe it's
It's the most well-crafted rape joke of all
or
time. and
maybe
we
it's not
just-
even a joke. Maybe it's like a serious emotional moment, and it's like played perfectly, and that's the only part of the show that actually like completely not cringe at all, and it's actually just based. It's just good storytelling.
Dude.
It's
If
episode
that's
4.
the case, I gotta now you're making me want to rewatch it. I gotta repirate fucking
repirate
yeah. I gotta repirate the show now. Fucking
based.
obviously, I entered a fucking like mental fugue. I don't know what happened. I fucking like my brain fogged up and I forgot everything. I don't know.
Even the guys who were pirating it, like
Maybe the scene was so strong with emotion that I felt like I was the character.
Yeah, you went into a disassociative state because of
Yeah, I felt like I was in that moment, and that fucked me up forever.
Dude, it's like Saving Private Ryan when the like gives real like veterans PTSD.
Oh yeah, no,
It's like
and then
it's
it gave
too
me
good.
PTSD, and now I'm no longer allowed in like a Waffle House. Like,
Dude, we don't have.
someone
Waffle
dropped a
Houses
pan
here.
once. I'm sorry. I just watched Saving Private Ryan. I'm fucked.
Yeah. These are the same people who make like Cartoon Network, and it all comes out of Australia.
Dude, I
Yeah.
feel like Australia just does not give a shit because
I
like
love
how many
that.
shows I've seen from Australia, they do not care. They're like,
No,
as
they
long
don't, yeah.
as it does not get us canceled on Twitter, we do not care.
Yeah, it's like even if it does, we'll just make a new show and do the same thing again.
Yeah.
No, it's good though.
They're like,
They really don't care though.
mate, if it makes us money, mate, we do not care. If we're getting pawns on these Barbies, all right, we do not give a shit.
Okay, so we got that. We got it. Made me very uncomfortable. It was supposed to be an emotional moment for the character, but I still can't feel like Vivzy might fetishize it. Yeah, I mean that's the thing about these like furry people. A lot, not all of them, obviously. I'm generalizing, but they have a lot of fetishes, and it tends to show in what they make, and that's always like the weird thing whenever you see something like or even like you watch like the same thing is in like a lot of artist stuff, like Tarantino, foot fetish. Duh, it's in all of his work. Clearly, he does.
And the absolute beautiful artist Dan Schneider. His fucking feet guy.
The feet guy, yeah, and it's like that makes
sense.
sense.
The feet guy that may or may not have touched children. The feet man.
No,
Dan
exactly.
Schneider.
Dan Schneider.
Fuck Dan Schneider. Fuck Dan Schneider.
All my homies schneid all over him.
Yeah, all my homies don't put on shoes.
Yeah, all my homies wear socks. Australia, the land of death and criminals. Okay.
Dude,
I'm
really never.
Oh. I'm
the
sorry,
fuck Dan Schneider one.
I can't hear you. Oh wait, what'd you say?
Fuck
Dan Steiner?
Fuck Dan Schneider. I'm never gonna work for Nickelodeon, probably on the basis of Dan Schneider.
Yeah.
Not because I don't want to, but because like I did just say fuck Dan Schneider.
Hey, they won't hire you.
Yeah, they won't probably never hire me, but I'm cool with that.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
I'm more than cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they probably don't care. They'll probably never see this.
Oh yeah.
It is
Or if
what
they do,
I,
you know.
you know.
If they do, I go like I was in mental turmoil. Sorry,
Yeah, I was
just watched
sorry. I
Saving
was in the
Private
special
Ryan.
eds class. I was in the special ed class. You gotta forgive me.
I was in the special ed class. I watched Saving Private Ryan, and now I have PTSD, man. Life isn't going well for me.
8 years later. Yeah. All right. I think it's time to wrap up. I gotta get food. I gotta get the good eats, and I'm sure you gotta go back to charging
family.
things, and yeah.
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 All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on, dude. This was fun. I'm glad I got to talk to you, and hopefully, you know, this is the beginning of infinite success for you.
Hopefully.
And you make it properly, and I'm hopefully I'm there too, and you know we both make it. We get there to the top. Yeah. So thank you, and I would guess last thing. What do you want to shout out? Check out his channel. Coy
just
Key.
check out anything I make.
It's in the description of the stream. Click on it.
Yeah. Check out the channel. It's anything I make really. If you're gonna find out about it, it'll probably be through YouTube or Newgrounds. If you go on Newgrounds, I will post the video probably a day or two earlier than on YouTube. So that's the only thing that advertises Newgrounds more. But if you want updates on anything, that's all YouTube.
All right.
Like everything on YouTube. Yeah.
Well, there we go. That is what it is. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you and goodbye. No, I haven't actually hit stop yet, but it's fine. Let me just find the streaming. 3, 2, 1, 0.
Nice.
And